Boom. All right. Hello, hello. Welcome to a little bit of Pokemon Fire Red. Yes, for the 30th anniversary, they have re-released Fire Red and Leaf Green for Nintendo Switch. Now, these are just emulated versions of the games. It is just the ROMs, and everybody's angry about it. And it's understandable. Now, they have released it as an eShop standalone thing. It's not part of the Nintendo Switch Online, so that's good in a way. But it comes with a price tag of $20. I had heard $30 floating around, but 20 is just enough to be like, oh, greedy Pokemon gonna greed, and that's true. It is true. And a lot of people say just download a ROM, it costs nothing, do this, do that. But in a world where we just want comfort, we just want to experience something fun, nostalgic, why not, you know? I think it's a bit of fun. I mean, I didn't start with Fire Red. I started with Red. I'm old as dust, you know. When, when I move too much, my body does not move with me. that's how slow it is. I'm lugging this big old carcass around. So yeah, we'll see how things go. As with most of these things, as soon as I saw that it had big black bars on the side, I knew it was a ROM anyway. You didn't have to tell me twice. It's one of the things I hate about the modern console integrated emulation. And trust me, Nintendo are not the only ones doing it. Unfortunately, PlayStation also. Both Japanese companies, both of them just happen to be completely and utterly lazy when it comes to emulation. It's shocking. It costs nothing, and I mean literally nothing, to add a few of these cool emulator mods and patches that everybody has been using for over 20 years now at this point. Like, it's just silly. You go on to any emulator, and the first thing you'll see is a widescreen fix, which, you know, a lot of these games, it was back in the day when we had the 4:3 ratio, right? And I understand that. It's like, well, it's not as simple as that. Bloody is. It's right there. And most of them don't have, like, cleaner pixels, or they don't have 4K options. You just take what you get, basically, right? So, you know, then it comes down to that classic tale of, are you going with Fire Red or Leaf Green? And, you know, maybe I'm just another simple commoner, but yes, I was another person that went with Fire Red. But when it came to Soul Silver and Heart Gold, I was all about that silver. A lot of people loved gold, and it's like, come on, Ho-Ho was in the first episode. I'm like, no. Lugia all the way. Once I saw Pokemon Go and Togepi, and it was over. It was over. Alright, let's get into this and see what we got going on, alright? So, to do something different, a little bit of surprise, I kind of spoiled it and showed you guys early, but I decided to do a new little UI. Tell me, you know, what you think of it. Because when you're doing Pokemon games, you gotta make it special. Oh, I got this pulled up. Okay, hold on. Yes, main screen boost. There we go. Is that better? I want to see how stretched it is. So look, here I am in my little Pokedex. You know that annoying little voice in the Pokedex? It was me all along. No, not really. So hopefully, if I can get this right, we're going to be putting little sprites of each of the Pokemon we collect as we go. We'll have a fun, cheeky little playthrough of this. It's something I always wanted to mess around with. Now, as usual, this stuff doesn't, you know, you got to be a Pokemon streamer really to do this stuff, you know, so I don't expect a whole host of goodies, but it's kind of nice. I'm stuck in my home. And if you look around, there's lots of little secret Easter eggs, like little Pikachu here, okay? But yes, if you guys can get me out of here, please, call somebody. So yeah, I thought it was cool. Now, as you can see, the little Fire Red in the corner as well. Hopefully you can see and hear everything. Let me know. There was like a flashing light for when the Pokedex comes in, but yeah, I got rid of that because it's too distracting. Now, I do see a flashing light up the top right corner. I know I shouldn't bring this stuff up because you're going to be like, I can't not see it now, but hopefully it's not too distracting. I know people have their ways and they're like, I don't like this or I don't like that. So just let me know. Don't be afraid. So yeah, we have 6 little Pokeballs up there. We're going to fill them full of Pokemon. If you guys have any favorites that you'd like me to get, let me know. Let me know. All right, let's get into it. Lovely jubbly. Okay, I was just trying to see it. All right, what's this? Controls will be displayed. Okay, yeah, we'll see how this ROM does its thing, right? Just teaching us how to do it. So what you can't see, oh, it is a little bit cut off there, is it? What you can't see is there is 2 massive black bars on both sides of the game, but I have chosen to just be like, be gone, be gone. So you don't get to see that, but it is cutting that off just a little bit. I'll fine tune it later again. I already was fine tuning it, but we're going to be playing a little bit of Resident Evil 9 later as well. I know everyone and their granny's playing that, so maybe it's best we play with this Nice. In the world which you're about to enter, let's see if it's not too cut off. Pikachu's a little bit cut off there. Sorry, I'll figure it out. Ironically, whatever it is about this Pokédex, it's not full 4-3 either, so, or it's possibly that it's got to do with this emulator as well. But yeah, I played a lot of emulated games and ROMs and remasters that are really just ROMs, like Final Fantasy VIII, and they have the black bars on the side, and I hate that. I know it's a small little thing. I don't mind it when I'm playing like this, but I don't want you guys to have big black bars there, so I usually fill them in with cute little posters and things. But in this case, I thought, why not go a little bit further, a little bit extra, a little bit goofy, a little bit nostalgia, and I'm inside the Pokédex. You can't shut me up. Ring, 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 phone call, phone call. Do you remember that? New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, solving mysteries. Now, in terms of the fidelity of the graphics, I've never played a Pokemon game on this high of, like, you know, it's 1080p with all that. It looks crazy. It's taken a while for my eyes to get used to it, I won't lie to you. Through your ventures, we hope that you will interact with all sorts. Where's Professor Oak? He's over diddling Ash's mom again. Oh my god. Let your adventure begin. There he is with his, look at him. He's hiding the beer gut. Oh god, it's been a while. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Oh, it takes me back. My name is Oak. Hello, Oak. They still call them after trees, don't they? Nice. We've had birch, we've had sycamore. Is that a little bit better? I'll never get it right, I'm sorry. I'm totally perfectionist with this stuff because I don't want to put you guys off. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. Who's done that? Who has ever done that? Got that, Mr. Mime. Oh no. Mime, Mr. Mime. I always like doing general path. So you want Slowpoke? Okay, say less. I will get you Slowpoke. I will get you shiny Slow. No, okay, that's too far. Come on. I am but a man with a butt. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. Others use them for illegal trading. Others eat them. Oh god, please no. It was said for a long time, right, that they were eating Pokemon. Nice. I study Pokemon as a profession, right? They pay you for that? God damn it. You're lucky. It started with Nidoran, female. It always kind of threw me off. It's like, we got male and female of every other Pokemon. Why did they get special ones? One thing that always threw me was, like, you know, they didn't have proper sounds back then, right? So you'd have the little roars and the growls. Because, you know, Pokemon kind of... And then when we got to the anime or the cartoon, it basically became like they were saying their names. So it threw me off. Am I a boy or a girl? I don't know. On a good day, I don't know. I have to check. I have to double check. Let's begin with your name. What is it? What are we gonna call ourselves? Fuddernutters. We'll just do this. Habada. So you really do like Slowpoke. Oh my god. I remember you mentioning that before. I thought it was more like, I think he's cute, but wow. Okay. There you go. All right, there we go. Your name is right. Okay. Was there a way of making it a bit smaller? Smaller case? No, that's not my name. Please. There we go. Here it is. Select. Whoa, okay, that was nice. I don't remember seeing that before. There we go. I'm that pedantic about it. I don't want to be looking at it. There you go. You happy now? You guys know me as Sammy. Alright, that's my name. Don't wear down. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is, huh? Mr. Chip on his shoulder. Mr. Nepo baby. Mr. Know-It-All. This is your grandson. He's my grandson? He's been your rival since you both were babies. That's right. When I was just a lad, just a baby. Green? I don't remember him ever as Green. But I suppose the main character in this is it was sort of meant to cash in on the Ash Ketchum stuff, right? But then it was like, no, he's actually Red. That's his name, Red. And then Green. It's Gary. Was it Gary? You don't remember the name of your own grandson? We've got a senile professor. Please. Quick, take him down now. That's right, I remember now. Yes, of course, his name's Geraldo. Yes, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. Yeah, they could definitely done something with the text there. It's a little bit... I'm just not used to it. There we go. We don't get to play like that. Oh, look at this. We're doing it. Oh my god, it's so weird to play with an analog stick. Damn, look at me. Damn, let's see, is it a little Nez? Nice. Cyber played with his Nez. Should be telling people that? I swear, it was off camera. It's crammed full of books. Our little PC. We get the free potion. Got it. It takes me back. Withdraw. Give me that free potion. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I have so many memories with this. You know, obviously the original Game Boy before we even had color. You know, and then we finally got. I'll never forget. I was getting Pokemon Silver, and I had that fancy glitter on the box, and I was waiting to come home and play it. And it was like first time of day-night cycle, full color. Oh my god! Like it was actually the second coming of Jesus Christ himself as a Pokemon. It was awesome. It was awesome. I like Vaporeon. I'm sure you do. Oh my god. Vaporeon forever has been changed. It looks good. Alright, cool. Look, it looks like even though I have cut off things or done the shape of it, we're still going to have like the black background, so it's going to look all over the place. But it's all good. Nice. Hopefully it's not too colorful. I always put up my saturation. It's like a little trick, but it's always like 1 or 2. But some Nintendo games do look a bit oversaturated then. It's the way it is. But let me know. Alright, Mom, how you doing? Right, all boys leave so home someday. Come on. I said so on TV. Oh, God. Shit, you gotta cut the apron strings. Mom, where's my dad? Please tell me where my dad is. Daddy wasn't there, you know. Please. Oh, what do we got here? Help? I don't need that. This is the help system. Call me up whenever you need. Oh, thank you. About this game. What should I do in this situation? I know he can't find his dad. He doesn't know his dad is. I don't know. What should you do in this situation? Daddy wasn't there. And you remember that? What does this one do? Okay. Well, let's see. I'm pressing all the buttons. That's what you do, you know? You break stuff. Here we go. Pallet Town, the beautiful music. That's my house. See, it's not the mother's house. Everything was left in my name. So get your bags packed, missus, and get out. Shades of your journey. Oh, it's so nice to be back. I mean, look, here's the thing, right? Yes, you'd probably get a better job with the ROM, but I get to play this on my Switch in bed, kicking my feet while I lose to Brock again, that damn Onyx. Is that right? Look at these little shites. How come we're all the same size? Look, what's it say? Trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. No! You can't tell me how to live my life. So, most people play these games now as the Nuzlockes, right? Which are very, very popular. It's been going on for a long time, and speed runs and different randomizers. It's crazy. I think most of these games have lived on in perpetuity thanks to the fans and the modders, really. They're making their own ones. They make their own games. I think that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, Soul Silver is where it's at. Imagine if they relaunched the Poke Walker. They had this cool little Tamagotchi thing where you could transfer the Pokemon from the game into it and then take them with you. Not really, but a little bit. And then you could like level them up as you walked. It was actually a good way of getting. I think at the time they were like, these kids are getting fat staying inside playing Pokemon all day. They're like, get them out. So it was like Operation Poker Fitness. All they had to do was get like Olivia Newton-John from Greece doing let's get physical. And suddenly the kids are all up and running around. It's great. It's a big map of the Kanto region. Oh, yeah, that was another thing with the Gen 2. And I don't think they've ever done that again, have they? Where you finished Gen 2 and all of the Elite Four, and then it opened up the entire original disc map right here. That's pretty cool. Alright, so go get our Pokemon. I kind of guess where you're going with this. You probably know which one I'm going to pick. For me, it goes like Charmander, then Squirtle, then Bulbasaur. But in the cartoon, I really loved Bulbasaur. I loved his little fighting spirit. Squirtle was just cool, little gangster, you know. And then Charmander, well, Charmander was Charmander. Charmander. I do tend to pick a lot of the fire types, I won't lie. It's that deep passion within me, right? Or something. Or maybe I was just a very susceptible, gullible child, and whatever was on the box, I picked that. What's it only Shiver Cramps in around? Okay, Gary, jeez, look at him. Huh? How much? I can smell the Brill Cream from here, dude. It's stinky. What could this machine be? I never really understand any of these machines they use. For all we know, they were, genetically manipulating the Pokemon, just like Mewtwo, and it was against the Geneva Convention, and we were all like, la la la, I love Pokemon, and they're just creating monstrosities. Let's read all of his email. Oh, there's an email here from Cyber's mom. What the hell? The ultimate trainers of the Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. I'm a comer. I'm a comer right now. Indigo Plateau. Look at these little Pokedex. Just like the one I'm using right now. It's so wild playing this on a big screen. Like, God, back then, like, we didn't even have backlit you know, handhelds, so you had to buy all this crazy stuff for your Game Boys. Everyone remember that? We had this speaker attachment, and there was the magnifying glass, which really was crap. And then they had, basically they repurposed those kind of book lamps with the stretchiness, and you could shine it on them. I had all of that stuff. I used to carry around nearly a bookcase full of stuff just for the Game Boy. I still have it. I have the OG purple one. I have the purple one where you can see through it. Oh, it's good times. Good times. And it was actually kind of surprising how much the batteries lasted. I didn't even get that many good batteries, but you used to get such great playtime. I suppose without the light in the back, it didn't waste too much batteries. But yeah, it was tough to play outside. But you know, the Game Boy was perfect for exactly what you needed for. Under the blankets at about 12 at night. You're supposed to be asleep. You have school in the morning, and you're playing a bit more Pokemon. But Lavender Town used to scare the crap out of me. Alright, I have to get Vaporeon and Slowpoke. We've got a lot of water fans out here. Here we go. Time to meet Professor Oak. He wears the same Brill Cream as Gary. It's like that's something about Mary. It's like your very own Brill Cream. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Please, let go of me. Hello, stranger danger. This man is carrying me. This man is carrying me off, please. Oh, this is going to be a fun playthrough. It's going to be weird. Even my own kids have like, stop. You're ruining it. Help me. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this box. Help me. That's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Okay, wait here. Here's our 3 Pokemon here. These Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only 3 left. What, did you release the rest of them? Did you lose them? You sell them on the black market? Let's let go. Uh-oh, here we go. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You have one too. That's right. And you'll definitely pick the one I don't pick. There he is. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is your choice. It's very easy to raise, God. So, is that where you want to go? With the grass Pokemon Bulbasaur? It's funny how, like, simple it was. I think that's part and parcel of why things have gotten the way they were. They've moved away from how simple things were. Charmander! Char! Raise it patiently. So, you're claiming the fire Bulbasaur. Which one should we go for? And there's a little Squirtle. See, it was hard to take Squirtle seriously after the Squirtle Squad, but for most of the modern Squirtles, they give you those crazy Ray-Bans, which is very nice. That's the only way to fly. Alright, it's going to be Charmander. Realistically, I think, what is it? I think Squirtle might be the easiest one, right? In terms of, like, each of them, you have varying levels of difficulty in the game. They don't intend that, it's just the nature of the gyms, right? But clearly in some games, you can literally walk through the entire game because of the starting element you chose. But you know, like all of these kind of games, just get a range of elements and you're good to go. Nice. Let's go. You're coming with me. Pokemon is really quite energetic. Here's the big question now. What do you guys think? Do you give your Pokemon nicknames? I actually don't. I used to a little bit when I was a kid, but I don't anymore because maybe I'm just old and I don't know. Huh? What do you guys think? Should we do that? You let me know. Let me know. We can do that. I used to call, but like, you know, you're a kid, you've got varying imagination for these things. So all of my fire Pokemon were called like Blaze and Blazer. It was before I saw Dodgeball. Blaze. Bulbasaur's the easiest. It beats the first 2 gyms, but Charmander has the fastest growth, right? And then he won't listen to you. Alright, he's taking Squirtle. The wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. On your side, you should be able to reach the next room. Yes. Give me one of these Pokedex. Like an encyclopedia. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's nice just opening that up. Alright, text speed, pretty mid. Battle scene, shift, set. Did you guys mess with that kind of stuff? I hate that. It's like, it was always an extra line. It's like, do you want to change your Pokemon? But it actually would allow you to change it basically for free then, you know? Button mode, frame. Oh, hell yeah. You guys probably won't see half of this, will you? Probably not. What else we got? We got the shave. We got the shave him. There I am there. Look at me. Starting off with 3 grand. You know, this was set in the 80s. Well, I mean, that would have been 3,000 yen, so you wouldn't buy a toenail clipping for that nowadays. Here's our little bag. It looks fairly clean, like I gotta give it them. They've added this kind of shading to each of the text, which I don't think you can see too much on the Elgato, which is weird, but you can really see it on this monitor, and it's actually causing, you know, my brain to be like, I don't know. There he is there looking. I still love the OG stuff. Oh, he's a naughty nature. He's naughty by nature. He takes after his old man. Alright, let's see. I think, not thanks to me or anything, but there are wonderful people that have designed an entire encyclopedia of all of the sprites of all of the Pokemon. Let me see. Let's see. So I should have saved this somewhere, right? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. I think we can even get the Fire Red. Nice. We can go for the sprite-based ones, or we can go for little 3D models. What do you guys think? 3D models might throw us off a little bit, but they're there. Nice. The plan is to try and do this where I don't muck it up too much. But yeah, that's cool. So you do remember a good bit of it. I like it. It doesn't get old, right? It doesn't leave you. You realize how much of, like, how good we were at doing little things, you know? We were just kids at the time, but we actually knew a lot. Right. Let's see. So if I do that, and that's going to take a second. Once I probably should have set it up a little bit better, huh? God damn it. I can just create a new group in... I mean, realistically, it'll only need to be 6 at any one time. Well, until we get 6, right? There we Create a little group here. Nice. It's going to be on the screen for a second. Just floating around. Alright. Look how small he is. Oh my god. Nice. So we could do... There's the 3D one. What do you think? Let me know, guys. Let me know. I can go back and do the OG sprite if this looks a bit weird. So that's the plan there. I know. Pretty much what every other... they're called Poke-tubers? Poke-YouTubers or something? Yeah. I'm not trying to copy them, but it's such a clever idea, right? Is that nice? No, these are 3D sprites. This is it's called Project Pokemon. Yeah, you know, it's not me doing it, you know. These guys are brilliant at what they do. Spent a whole time basically creating and removing the sprites out from all of the generations. So let me know what you think. If you'd rather, like, the 3D models might put you off because we're in the first generation. Firered And Leafgreen, any... Oh yeah, the crazy... Right, I don't know. That's a good question. It's a very good question. I would love to know that too. Like, can we still get Poke Rust? Do you remember that? That used to scare me as a kid. I don't mind admitting this stuff, you know. For me, like, my sister was 3 years younger, so she was very much not really understanding what the hell I was doing. And then my older sister's 3 years older than me, and she was like, "That's for babies," you know. So I was like, fine. So it was just me doing my own thing, you know. It was a very isolationist kind of period, but it was perfect. Me and my Pokebot. Let's see. So I can turn this into its own group now. Yes. Lovely. But yeah, whatever you think now. Lovely. I would love to see them do Soul Silver and that in the future. Cool. So we'll fill them up as they go. Lovely jubbly. As I said, I know everyone and their granny does it that way, and it probably is just the same stuff. But it's nice. I think some ways when you're doing this kind of stuff, you almost want to appeal and be like, I want to do something like they're doing, you know, without completely copying it either. So it's tough. But I like that idea, you know. Most of them, they'll do like the Nuzlocke. So how that works is it's basically whatever Pokemon you get, and it's all completely randomizer. They have some serious crazy rules that they do as well. Nice. Cha-ching. So yeah, I will say I'm glad that it's not part of the NSO. But, you know, like, the people actually were like, oh, I wish it was part of the NSO, which is just renting it, you know. And I have kept the Nintendo Switch Online subscription for nearly, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 7 years, you know. Basically, it's only €3 a month, and I just let it fly. And I don't really use anything on it. The odd time I was doing Mario Kart and Smash, but, you know, so I technically could do that. And I haven't tried the NSO expansion pass, as they call it, which is the more expensive one. That's for Nintendo Switch 2, really, and it adds all that new stuff. So if we ever do play some GameCube games that way, I'll do it that way. But I mean, honestly, this PC is good enough. Like, I could just emulate it all. All right, our first battle with Gary. Look at this little shite. Hopefully it looks all good. Nice. Rival Gary. Look at where did he get those purple pants, man? That is a decision. There you go. This is so crazy playing this on the big screen. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. So you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Such a kid. God, Gary was such a little shite in the cartoon, wasn't he? Oh my god. I hated his guts. And all the ladies chasing after him. It was so funny watching that as a kid and Brock being, let's be honest, Brock was the biggest perv going. But it was like all this stuff that I was like, huh? But if you'd watched, I mean, I'd watched enough little, random little anime and cartoon and Shin-Chan with his arse out every 5 seconds. So I knew what was going on. Alright. Trainer that makes the other trainers' Pokemon faint by lowering their HP. Yeah, the good old fainting days. But even the trainer said like, oh, you've whited out, you know, they didn't want to say blacked out. Oh god. But it was really rough, like I was super against doing that because you'd lose so much money, so I'd save it back up. Try battling and seeing for yourself. It was good times, man. This is the days you get the Prima guides to figure stuff out, right? Those are pretty much gone. Nice. He starts with the Growl, which always was a good one. Very nice. I used to love Leer as well. Leer is good. Most of these are like, who even uses this stuff? I'm like, I know, but some of them are actually good, especially early on. It lowers his attack, so basically, yeah. It'll put you at an advantage. Oh, and the tail whip was good as well. That lowered defense. So basically, we've just done the same thing to each other. Get him with the scratch. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. Yeah, thanks, Gramps. Damn, yeah, whip that tail back and forth. He whipped that tail back and forth. We've got 2 male Pokemon. Oh. Just watch. You want the female Charizard with the Gussie. What the f... Alright, critical... Nice. Take that, Gary. And ever since then, he'll have a chip on his shoulder of inadequacy. Oh. Sadly, he's anal retentive and he will never live up to the hype of his professor. Sorry, Gary. Sorry. And it does lead him to never really satisfying a woman and never having any children, and he'll die a lonely, lonely man. Okay, that's too far. That's too far. Alright, I've grown to level 6. Nice, nice. We're doing it. So I basically roll the credits. That's the end of Pokemon Fire Red. Thank you for joining me. Imagine if it was like that. I paid $60 for this. Alright, we got $80 for winning. We got that straight out of his wallet. That's the way it goes. Don't ask questions. If you win, you earn prize money. You put the pink slips on the line. Alright, cool. This seemed to work pretty well. Nice. You also have to forfeit a pound of flesh as well. This is the Pokemon rules. It is what it is. Hold out your hand. No. Which hand do you want to lose? Hold out your hand. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Cybergram, smell you later. And then you get that music. I always thought it was surfer music. You knew that Gary wasn't far behind. Right. Why did your grandson beat me up? Gotta put some manners on him. Come on, I want that. Come on. And then poor old Bulbasaur is like, nobody loves me, nobody cares, nobody loves me. I'm sorry, little buddy. But realistically, it was Japan that got the leaf green, right? We didn't get leaf green here. We got Blue. We got Pokemon Blue. I suppose, yeah, back in the day. Charmander, right? Yes. Charmander. Charmander. And then when his tail came out, oh my god, I won't lie, as a kid, Pokemon made me cry multiple times. Dear god. My mom would come in and she's like, I'm taking you to therapy. What's wrong? What's wrong, little Jimmy? And I was like, nothing's wrong. You know, so Charmander, his tail almost went out. Pikachu shocked the shite out of everyone, including himself. It could have died. Ugh. Nice. Alright, off we go. Route 1, we're on our adventure. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Thought he gave us the option to go over there. I work at the Pokemart, but I'm out here in the middle of the forest because I'm a fucking idiot. Alright then. Get back to your job. Obtaining potion. Thanks for the potion. Should I drink it now? Potion, Jella. Your potions have got me high. Is this the purple drink or what is it? Nice. What's wrong, little Timmy? Nothing, Mom. Just Vaporeon. Oh, damn. Pour it on that Vaporeon. Alright, should we catch a Pidgey? Oh, it's a female Pidgey. I don't think we have any Pokeballs yet, do we? No. You'll get nothing. And you'll like it. Smack my bishop. Please don't smack your bishop. Take that. I love a good Pidgey. Pidgeotto is good. I definitely one of those dudes that would get a lot of Ash's Pokemon and just, you know, treat them better and don't like give away Butterfree. What a psychopath. That was it. I was done after that. I vowed to be better than Ash Ketchum. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary. I know, I'm scared. Please, I broke my ankle because this kid told me to jump. Everybody jump, jump. Oh, nice. Well. Level 2, that's just mean. Get him, Charmander. Destroy, annihilate. What kind of game is this? It's about death and destruction and murder and corruption and a crazy old man bullying kids. Yeah, I learned Ember, eh? I just learned you, Ember. I just learned you. Now what are you gonna do, I learned the ways of the Ember. Jeez, that's some aggressive tall grass. I remember that. I'll never forget. I think the most time I've ever spent leveling up Pokemon. Like I'm gonna use Ember. I'm using Ember. Oh god. Was in Mount Silver in the second game. I think if I ever have to fight another Tangela in my life, I'd yeah, jeez. Or a Zubat in the cave. No, thank you. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep pressing that. They don't do anything else. Welcome to Viridian City. Come on, let's go. How good were the songs from the show, the anime? Am I allowed to call it an anime? I know that's like blasphemous to some people. Blasphemer? Nice. Excuse me. PC. PC principal. And I'm going in. Jeez. This was the game that told you that at 10 years old you could leave your house and never come back. Definitely what you want to be telling kids, sure. Nowadays, it's like, please, I would give anything for you to leave the house. This place stinks. The room is disgusting. Please, I have to call Dr. Phil to get these 10-year-olds out of the rooms. Alright, hello, Nurse Joy. I always had a thing for Nurse Joy, but it was always Officer Jenny. She was the baddie, you know. She might have awakened some kind of dummy mommy fixation in me. Who knows? Could be. I'm booting it up. Somebody's PC. Let's see. Nothing in there. Withdraw. Oh, nothing for me. Remember this little hand? Cause it's so weird seeing everything so big. How you do this? How you do this? Party Pokemon. Which one would you take? None. I used to love putting the element into the proper box. Is that weird? Is that like... Yeah. I would do that. And then I would also... I would try and get all of the Pokemon for the Pokedex in order. I would get like one would evolve, but then I would get the pre-evolution to put it there. Yeah, I'll tell you how much time I had on my hands back then. Nowadays, I have not even got time to scratch my bottom. My poor bottom goes scratchless. Wait, let's see what's upstairs. That used to be where all the trading and stuff. I mean, it kind of showed it off a little bit there, but it's them just pushing Pokemon home. I've used varying stuff for holding Pokemon, and I won't lie to you, all of it just eventually boils down to them getting more of a subscription service. Why not just put it in with the NSO, for God's sake? It's one of their top franchises. Terribly sorry, the wireless club is fucked. But yeah, I heard there's a lot of local stuff you can do as well. As you know, with the Switch, they really pushed for local co-op, like all of the games, basically thanks to the Joy-Con. But I found that they never could do both. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we got local co-op, but not online. So it was up to the third parties to do that. You want to know about the 2 cans of Caterpillar? No. I know all about Weedle. I smoke a little Weedle, man. I smoke... Use me! Oh, oh my! Oh my, on a Friday! My God, someone's in fine form. What are you having for lunch today? Use me. I used to love going around pressing the A button. You'd find some random stuff. Just garbage. Remember that? Use me. Nice. Imagine legally smoking a Weedle, dude. Now, it sounds a bit dirty, right? Just hollow him out and turn him into a little bong. Chicken tacos. Very nice. Chicken taco. I think we were talking about this before, right? And cheese. Did you get your cheeseburger yet? Cheeseburger. Please feed me, Seymour. Yeah, Pokemon Street that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. Yeah, and you can't. I don't remember this house looking so good. Nice. Actually, another little cool thing is I don't have that much memories with Fire Red and Leaf Green, which is good. So this is all nice. I think even a lot of the font is red because of that as well. Pokeballs are used. I'm using the Pokeballs. We know all this, right? Come on, we're poker phenoms. Blackboard list Pokemon status problems. Sleep poison yeah. Just paralyze everybody. Okay, be sure to read what's on the backboard carefully. No, it's a green board. You blind bitch. Okay, Diglett's Cave, yeah. Brilliant Forest. Where's that sleeping Snorlax? Mount Moon. I used to love that episode. I still have that song stuck in my head. Remember? Clefairy. 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 And what about the Diglett song? Diglett dig, Diglett dig. Trio, trio, trio. They had a song for everything. I stand by the fact that that's the most reason why these things take off as much as they are. We're simple creatures, you know? We like a little repetition. So, yeah, even how I feel about ads and jingles as well. Hey, you came from Pallet Down? No, I came from my pants. I'm sorry about that. Do you sell pants here? I need new pants. You know, Professor Oak, his order came in. Can you get one? Take one to him? Okay, nice. I got Oak's parcel. Okay, it would have been worse if they said Oak's passage, or his package. Gotta buy some potions. Never know when your Pokemon need quick healing. Yeah, if you're crap at the game. That's right, I said it. This shop does good business in antidotes, I've heard. Mm-hmm. How come the kids have more knowledge than the adults? Think about that. No, I'm hungry. Anyone got any Weedle tacos? Would you eat a Weedle taco? Like that would be a bug. I mean, protein is protein, you know what I mean? But, Jesus, Weedle. What would be a good edible Pokemon? Oh, jeez, let's not get into that. Then again, like, later on in the generations, they did actually say that they are eating Pokemon. Dear God. This whole time. Look at that little dude in there. That's some wild characters. Is it from here you can get a little look at the Cerulean Cave? Where Mewtwo is there. We'll be able to get Mew behind the truck. Do you remember that one? God, coming from like a tiny little island of Ireland in the middle of Europe, they would do all that distribution stuff and events, and we just couldn't do any of it. It was so sad. Everyone talking about getting these special commemorative things, and like, what? It got better as time went on, but geez, those first couple of generations was absolute FOMO. Why them and not me? I'm sorry, Swedish. I'll eat Vaporeon. Yes, we established that. My God. That's twice. You got one more of Vaporeon amid, and then you're out of here. Can you imagine? Oh God, I wouldn't. It's okay. I'm just jealous because you got the Vaporeon first. I don't take sloppy seconds, even if she's out slippy. Actually, I like Umbreon more, but she's not in this game. Vaporeon. Why was it Vaporeon? Why did they mention that? God, that's so brain rotted when you read it. Have you ever read the whole thing? Probably not. It's crazy. Boom! I knew it. There was one. Oh, look who it is. So we would say ratata, or is it ratata? I like that one as well. A little bit of Spanish or something. Would you like some ratata with your Vaporeon, please? Thank you. Yes. Shaken, not stirred. There's a lot of, there's the same with Final Fantasy, same with any game, any JRPG. There's a lot of pronunciations of stuff. Nice. You better drink. Epic, how's it going, dude? Vaporeon is great, but Gardevoir, oh my. You as well? We've lost him. Oh my God. Happy Friday, dude. Cheers. You're crazy. Have some prime rib over the weekend? Yes. Yummy. Ember, do you have a Pokemon? Hear me out? Do I dare even ask? I'm scared to ask. I really am. Don't say Slowpoke, okay? Slowpoke's your favorite Pokemon. But not in that way. So how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. That's right. It's because it has to. I sellotape it to my body. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. Stop it. What's that? You have something for me? That's right. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. Are you my dad? This guy just walks around asking everybody, are they dead? I had it on order. Uh-oh, he's back. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Here we go. It's time to get our deck on. Decks. This old man's gonna whip his decks up. I had a request for you too. Yes. The desk, there's my invention. The Pokédex, of course, yes. Not your decks, my decks. Dexter's Laboratory. It's a high technology item, I'm sure it is. Did you guys ever have any of the Pokemon toys back then? Did you have the Pokédex? The really fancy, expensive one that really did speak and everything. That shit was cool. I liked all my little Tamagotchis and the Poké Walker, and even the Sega Dreamcast had like a Tamagotchi in the controller that you could take out and have little Sonic and Pikachu with you, you know? Delphox, maybe? Really? That's your hear me out? Wow. That's the Fox Witch girl? Ah, Emma, you like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Furry. What the hell? She likes a slow poke, right? And then it becomes a fast poke. Must catch them to obtain complete data. Oh, bye. I'm trying to think, do I ever hear me out? I don't dare say which Pokemon I would lay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, hold. You have to be careful here. It has to be like a grown-up looking Pokemon, right? Otherwise everyone's like, that's fucked up. I don't know. I don't think there is one. I swear. I can't say. I can't say it. Oh no. Too old. I can't get the job done. I can't get it up anymore. That's why Ash has no siblings. I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. What else? It's a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. This guy's a punk. Sorry, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. I'm gonna trash your room, you little shit. You're gonna get it. Why is he so mean to me? Can I have this one as well, please? Anyone else get both versions and just give yourself all 3 starters and then cakewalk the whole game? Not me. Never. One time. Yeah, maybe. Okay. All the time. Entei? Ooh, that is a good bet. Yeah. Yeah, you would Entei, alright. Oh, you would lay with Entei. Was it because of the Pokemon 3 movie? He was like the guardian of that little girl, so he very much had like dad vibes. Is that it? Is it the dad vibes? But where's the Delphox stuff coming from? I need to know. You can't just throw that out there and leave it there. There's so many questions, you know? I don't know how it would work. I think Gardevoir makes a little bit... I don't know if that's how you say her name. It makes a bit more sense because she's practically humanoid shape and the bosoms and... I understand. Vaporeon I don't get. Like, that's some fish fingers right there, man. I don't know what that's all about. Thanks for the town map. Where do these people sleep? That's what I want to know. Huh? Gary, his sister, possibly parents, and Professor Oak? Where the fuck y'all sleeping? It is Japan, basically. They sleep on the floor. Very good. And it has an upstairs, but there is no stairs up there, because that's the House of Horrors. True crime, Pokemon style. Alright, we're off on another adventure. We're off on... I thought does he not give me like 5... Give me some 5 Pokeballs, man. See if our mom has anything to say. She's always like, welcome back, sleep. She puts us into a deep sleep. I know, the mom's kind of hot, and that's my hear me out. That's not even a hear me out. That's hear me twice. That's hear your mom upstairs going at it. Guard something of mine, Cubone? What? It's getting worse. That's the one that throws the boners around. Alright, okay. Phew, I thought that was another hear me out. Jesus. Yeah, Entei. All day. Oh my. Let's see. Who am I thinking of? Yeah, a lot of the legendaries are good. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Espeon kind of got it. There's something about Espeon, right? Anybody? Oh God. Boners, right? Oh, it's such a sad story, though. Oh, sorry, I had an itchy foot. I was talking about a Pokemon hear me out, and I got an itchy foot. Somebody telling me to stop. I got a sniper trained on me. Alright. Get Charmander. Get him. Right in the Fidoodles. He's burning that mouse alive. How dare you hit me? 'Tis but a scratch. Nice. Not Cubone. Entei, yes. Entei. All day. Entei. I think it must be from that movie, right? Yeah, it was because of the Pokemon 3 movie. I knew it. Because I can see that. I can see it. He's very protective and comforting. No, I'm actually okay with that. Hear me out. I'm going to let that one slide, okay? Now, back to the Vaporeon thing. Are you being genuine? Right? Come on. Man, I said to myself I wouldn't bring this up in this playthrough. I got about 20 minutes into the game. Okay, god damn it. Damn it. No. No, my goodness. Yay! It is nice to be playing this. I most certainly wasn't thinking about that when I was playing it when I was younger, I swear. Maybe some of the gym leaders, good lord. Hell yes. What was the little psychic ghost girl called again? Freaking Emily or something. I can fix her. I can exorcise the demons out of her, I think.
Hold on, I lost 2 health. I need to go back and save and heal. I'm sorry. It hasn't been done.
Yes. Do you remember that playthrough of Pokemon? I remember him standing in the Pokemon Center for 3.5 hours. Oh yes. It's good times. Good times. I thought they gave us some Pokeballs. That's messed up. Quota can fix it. That's not been quoted already? Wow, okay. Works so well. I gotta spend some of my hard-earned money on this. Alright, who are we going for first? Yes. I'm not actually gonna get a Rattata. I'm sorry. Kill me now. See ya! But I will get a Pidgey. We do need a water type, and early on all you're gonna get is Magikarp. You gotta invest. This was the days before XP share, right? I don't think we have any of that, do we? I don't think so. No XP share for you. And then, like, which bug Pokemon do you go for? Ooh, do you get that crazy Beedrill, or do you get Butterfree? That's what it really comes down to. I think I didn't like Rattata and Raticate because it was only 2 evolutions. Is that messed up? That's pretty messed up. Jesus Christ. Okay, we actually gotta be careful here not to level up too much. Uh-oh. We can always just run away. Alright, come on, be female. Yes! You're coming home with me! Nice. It's like Bachelorette. Do you accept this, Rose? Don't insta-kill her. Jesus Christ, man. Nice. Does anyone do this, right? This is like one of those fake rumors that... Wait, I thought they're not buying the Pokeballs! Maybe I just... Oh, there we go. Oh, he did give me Pokeballs, did he? Got 10 now, okay. So does anyone else do this? You would hold down the B button or the A button while you're catching them, and it's supposed to help them go into the Pokeball? Was that all nonsense? I still do it to this day. I'm just a big kid. Come on, get in your ball! You're too good for the balls! You're too good for the balls! Stay in the ball! Why don't they just use Gorilla Glue on the Pokeball? I mean, they might die inside there, but it's okay. Even to this day, they never explained what that meant. That's right. You're coming home with me. We caught our first other Pokemon. Pidgey. Of course, it's gotta be Pidgey. We gotta get that Pidgey out town. I gotta get a Slowpoke as well. I'm trying to think where the first time you can get a Slowpoke from. God. I think maybe one of the good rods. You give it a good rodding or something, I think. Is that it? Excuse me? Yes. A good rodding. Yeah. Who doesn't want a good rod? Jesus Christ. Somebody stop me. Who doesn't love this fucking music over and over again? Right. Alright. Crikey. I'm just getting a little shape. That's not the shape of my Pidgey. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep them all in the same shape. I won't. That's right. It's just gonna have to do. Don't hate me if they're all different shape, okay? I'm sorry. Please. We can talk about it later. Don't bring it up, man. Okay. I'm trying to be a good... I'm a Poketuber now, apparently. Look at this. Oh, that was cool. I remember that. It's not like the fight. It hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food, such as small bugs. So they tell Pidgey's ground eating caterpies and Weedles. I'm after Weedling myself. Nice. Whichever duo Nuzlocke run, maybe I'll do some of the newer ones. What do you think? Or like, was I showing you the remakes that some people are making? Like the Gamma Emerald, where it looks like fully like sprite-based 2D, 3D. Looks better than those HD 2D. That could be something to do. Would I be any good at a Nuzlocke? Even the word Nuzlocke sounds a bit dirty to me. Well, now I've had my coffee and that's what I need to get going. You've crapped yourself, Grandpa. You've done it. You had too much coffee. What is that red box you have? Oh, yes, you're working on a Pokedex. Let me give you a word of advice. When you catch Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. Don't know how to catch a Pokemon, you jackass. I suppose I better show you. Yeah, sure, I don't know how to capture one. Can I capture you? Anyone else like used to... Oh, here we go. It's the Weedle. The man has crapped himself while smoking some Weedle. He's doing it now. Look, man, no hands. I'm kind of cutting myself off here a little bit. Nice. Also, he's just a rat, and I was like, yeah, same feeling about Rattata. Oh, but did you call him Rattata? Rattata. Now, you're going to want to pour some cheese all over your Rattata and eat very quickly until you burn your tongue. Oh, yeah, I need to change out the Criso. Let's see, what else could I put in there? I'd like to put the little Steam links to indie games to help them out, right? Scooby-Doo-Doo. A lot of the bigger ones don't need that. Time to Teachy TV. Something you don't understand? Watch that. Teach you about the basics. I never did know the basics. I won't lie to you, I never got into the EV training stuff, you know, EV levels and all that. It's too much for me. I'm like, please. I'm a nerd for Pokemon, but just a little Spearow and Fearow. My daddy loves Pokemon, but does he love them as much as Emid loves Vaporeon? No, so don't bring it up. That's real love. I've seen things I should never have seen, and I can't unsee, even in my waking nightmares and screaming, waking up in the middle of the night. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but it's not so easy to do. Clever names are nice, but simple names are easy to remember. So you call this one Speary. I used to love getting the random trades as well. That was fun. But yeah, as I said, like until my little sister, when she grew up, then we were able to start trading Pokemon. But then I couldn't get a lot of the trade-only evolutions, and it really sucked. Not as a hardcore, but it's the part where you name your catches after community members. Yeah, that could be cool too. Definitely, I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be cute. Do you guys want to do that? I absolutely would be down for that if it's your favorite Pokemon. Well, you wouldn't name your Hear Me Out after yourself, would you? Huh? Get a Slowpoke and name it Ember? But if I get a Vaporeon and name it Emid, that would be like a conflict of interest. Ugh. I don't know, whatever you want. I don't mind. I watched some people play the other Pokemon games because I wasn't really into it, and they were charging money to to name the Pokemon. I'm like, wow, there is absolutely people out there that are just, they will milk everything. They'll milk it all. Not even the good milk. Catch Pokemon, expand your collection. Alright, who else will we get? I do like Butterfree. I used to use that sleep powder a lot. Then one of my favorites is Scyther as well. Not for the Hear Me Out though. Don't be. Come on now. But I just like Scyther. Then when they finally brought in Scizor, I'm like, oh my god! It went from green to red. It's so cool. I always liked him. He's just cool. He was crazy in the cartoon, you know. I don't think there's anything else out here, but I'm really sure there's like a random chance of a Chansey or something up here. Was that it? My favorite Gen 1 is Lapras. Yeah, wasn't Lapras crazy? Like, yeah, they were like floating around with her, but if you think about it, like, it was on its own, you know, it's very strange, you know, kind of like Onyx as well. I love the Pokemon that were just randomly on their own. Nowadays they have pre-evolutions, post-evolutions, post-nut evolutions. They have everything, but it's not the same, you know. Steelix will never be Onyx. Did Lapras ever get a pre-Lapras? That sounds so wrong. But yeah, that could be cool. What about you, Yuki? Did you ever play it? What's the gimme? Gib. Did you ever play Pokemon? One of those things, like, it's a hard franchise to escape. Nice. Rattata might be small, but don't underestimate its wicked bite. Have you caught one already? No. And I won't. You can't make me. I think I was always pissed off at Rattata and Raticate because they would do that Hyperfang thing, and it would make you flinch. And the pain, the fury. Your mom would be like, what's that shouting coming from the other room? It's like, I just beat the Elite Four. Not now, Mom. Look at this. That's so cool. Trader tips. Weaken Pokemon for attempting capture. That's so cool. Okay, I don't remember Fire Red at all that much. They've added so many little things. That's great. I don't know if I even played it. I would remember this, wouldn't I? You found Antidote. I don't know who Antidote is, but she sounds cute. Hey, Auntie-dote. She's doting on you because aunties like to do that. There's a Caterpie. Do you guys care about the male-female stuff? I don't really that much, but I think certain Pokemon, it works better that way. I didn't even mind like when they had different styles to them, you know what I mean? Like, I was definitely one of those guys that, one of those kids, it took me a long time to realize the Pikachu had a little heart on their tail, but I think they only added that later, right? That was only later. They added the little heart in the tail for the female Pikachu. See that new one, Gen 10, looks like they're going to bring back a lot of the outfits as well. They kind of do that anyway. Alright. Coming home with me, Caterpie. Caterpie. Yes. Well done. That's called Caterpie Kris Kringle. That's so cool. Covered with a green skin. When it grows, it sheds its skin. It does. Like every generation or so, they would have these kind of, what would you call them, like pubertar and that, these pupil states for certain Pokemon. You're like, good God, and they were always shite every time. It's like, use Harden. So they were always really hard to level up. Like back in the day before these darn kids get XP All and XP Share, we had to put the dangerous, crappy Pokemon first and then bring out your good Pokemon, and you would end up losing. You would end up losing a lot. You'd have to take that first hit. That music, man, so good. What's the sound? Beating off. I mean, beating Elite Four, right? Yeah, you're beating off 4 times. Certain Pokemon needed male or female because it made sense. Right, I love that. See, this is what I love about this stuff. Like thousands and thousands of miles away, but we all had very, very similar little nostalgic moments. I love that. Did you have any favorites in the cartoon or anything, Ember? Did you? Oh, there's Weedle. Weedle. Look at that. It's even bong shaped. Did you like Misty? You think she was annoying? Did you have a little crush on Ash? Oh, I'm sorry, Weedle. I was going to bring you home, mate. But unfortunately, my Charmander decided to be a crazy mother trucker. What were you thinking? Oh. Damn, very aggressive. Hey! It's the man himself. Ooh, a female Pikachu, but it doesn't have the tail. That's the question. Is Ash's Pikachu male or female? Remember that crazy movie that they remade the first movie? And they made Pikachu talk in a human voice for the first time? And, I don't know. No, I don't got a crush on Ash. Did you have a crush on Ash? And a crush on Slowpoke? No. Do we get the female Pikachu? I think it's pretty rare to get a Pikachu in here, right? We'll do it if we don't slaughter it straight away. I'm trying to use Scratch, so it won't be so bad, but I try telling this Charmander. Nice. So I think Ash's Pikachu is a boy, but such is the nature of the Japanese animes and cartoons to get that young boy voice in all of their shows and that. It was a woman, you know. Ash was voiced by a woman. Bart Simpson is voiced by a woman, you know. I think Pikachu is voiced by a woman. Go! Now, speaking of hoarding, Miss Ember, are you hoarding in Pokemon as well? Same as me? How about this? I never use my Master Ball. Right, I don't use it. It's messed up. You get 1 Master Ball per run, and I don't use it. Not on Mewtwo, not on anybody. I will sit there with 87 Ultra Balls until that Pokemon comes home with me. And it's messed up. Another sign of how much time we had. So we've caught Pikachu as well. Nice, okay. Hold on, I forgot to add the Pokemon to the thing. Sorry. Just look at that. We went from nothing to that. We started at the bottom, now we at the bottom, now we at the... So we gotta get the Caterpie. Right. Nice. If you suffer from Caterpie syndrome, I pity the fool. I pity the fool. I just thought this would be a nice idea. And obviously if we switch them out, the idea is these 6 are going to be like the current team as we go. Now, here's the thing. I usually really love 1 legendary, and I will keep that on my team. And I know most people will say, that's kind of shitty. That's kind of shite, you know. And for me, it was always Lugia. But I would never have a full team of legendaries, or I wouldn't, even if it took me ages to collect those damn dogs. I hated that so much, going around collecting the dogs. Do we all feel the same? Oh my lord. I think they've made them easier as time has gone on, but I did not like it. But yeah, I don't keep them all there, but as I said, I did kind of cheat after a while and start getting all of the starter Pokemon. Sorry, is that okay there? Like if I get, I know you guys probably don't actually care about the placing, but somebody's gonna come in. Somebody is gonna come in. They're like, that's off. Like I had a tiny delay in the streams, and somebody came in every stream to tell me that. I'm like, thanks. Like you're making me have a fucking complex about the thing. No matter what I did, I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, I remember like, you know, we were talking about like Lord of the Rings, and everyone who's not watched it, you go and tell them about how he kicks the helmet and breaks his toe. But in this game, for me, I was that guy that when I figured out about Ekans and Arbok, and I was like, that's snake and cobra spelled backwards. I thought it was hot shit, you know. We used to have Pokemon card battles in school, but everyone, we'd have like 3 cards between us, you know, that's all it was. And we'd trade them, and there was many times we would fall out with friends over it, because they would get an awful trade, and then you go home, and you're like, what did I do? What have I become? Nice. Nice. So what's the plan for today? Is today more male moaning, or is it time for Hades? Hades nuts sitting in the tree. Nice. We gotta get the Pikachu on there. Now, as I said, like I'm using, these are the, I want to say, no, it's not a Mega Ruby. Is it? I think it might be. These might be, it says they're Gen 1 sprites. But that's a Mega Ruby, man. I think it is. Mega Ruby is, like, outside of, if you want to go old sprites, then Soul Silver is my favorite remake. But as time goes on, and to this day, Omega Ruby, I think, is the best one they've ever done. Now, I've missed some of the stuff from Emerald, but, my God, they did a great job. Nice, look at this. We're getting our team together. Now, we just need a good water Pokemon, and I'm chill. Like, honestly, the flying Pokemon, pretty damn decent. Caterpie into Butterfree will be fun for sleep and paralysis powder, but realistically, we're going to want something stronger. Pikachu is just fun to have for nostalgias. Nostalgias. More male moans, hell yes. You're doing amazing. You're doing it. You're into such fun now. I want to watch some of that. You're into one of the greatest parts in, I think, the entire franchise. Not to build it up too much. All right, let's see. How do we get out of here? I'll still get lost. It doesn't matter. I'll probably run from a... Oh, look at this. So you can just skip and go straight to Kakuna. Kakuna them nuts. Nice. Oh, he used Harden. Wow, it's an impressive move. Well, I wonder what he'll do next time. Wonder what he... That's all he's got. Might as well. He probably won't kill him now that he's hardened. What's he gonna do now? Oh, fuck, it's hardened. I didn't think he was gonna do that. God, I used to hate the middle. Like, I like the concept of it, and it was cool. You know, as a kid, you'd still be fascinated with Japanese culture. So to find out all these things, like, we didn't really have... Like, we had the butterfly, obviously, and the caterpillar. Not to the extent they have, so... Like, Kakuna would literally attach itself to a tree, and it was based on, like, a real thing, like a cicada. We don't have cicadas here. Nuts. Male Moan's code for something, or just Male Moan? Yeah, she's playing Dark Souls 1 as a male character. And if you know that, the voice actor decided now is my chance to get in, and he just makes the most egregious moaning noises every time he gets hit. No one asked for it, and everyone's pleased to have it. It's crazy, dude. If you haven't heard it, I would give you an invitation right now, but I'm afraid it would be used for nefarious late-night Vaporeon sessions. Damn, Kakuna's all over the place. Kakuna. That's right, that's how he says he wants to watch more of that. Now I'm curious. Oh, God, yeah. Well, you should, well, I'll be honest, you know, I might do a decent impression of it, but Ember over there, oh my God, you know? Oh my God. Like, she's so good at introducing channels and raiders and all that, but, my God, I'm going to introduce her channel by her impression of male moans. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, some of those you ain't living down, that's for sure. Thanks to someone in the chat named Wally.
Oh my goodness. I found a potion.
Well, to make some potion, if you know what I mean. You were there. Trying to beat up some kids. Okay, Kakuna, we get it. I run away from one of them, you get 5 of them. Jeez. Look, it's so clingy.
I was trying Pokeballs, catch Pokemon, and then I ran out, and that's why you never have too many Pokemon.
Are you okay? You sound like you're in need. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And it's the little bug catchers and the youngsters. Our first Pokemon battle. Well, you know, outside of Gary. Hey, Gary. Bug catcher Rick. You got Rick rolled. Go, Charmander. I think you can get to like level 12 before your first non-badge stops listening to you. I always loved that. That would happen to me a lot. Just like, they're just messing around. They're not listening to you anymore. I'm like, what? I was about to beat up my Game Boy Color. You're not going to listen to me. Oh, I'm sorry you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Caterpie, no! You gave Caterpie third-degree burns. He may never walk again. Oh. That's not the Pokemon I remember. Goodbye, Rick. Now I'm going to steal all your money. That's right. Just stole from that guy. I used to love to listen to them. Later on, you'd have the little phones and the radios and stuff. Beep. But yeah, sometimes you get little items here, I'm telling you. Yeah, anyone else hoard their Master Balls? I like to hoard my Master Balls. Tantric hoarding. Nice. Every time I hear it, it triggers my vocal stimming. Is that what we're calling it? Damn, man. If that's what we're calling it, then I like to stim once or twice when I'm in your stream. I'll tell you that. So no, I've contact. No. Ember is a lady. Oh, you mean me? Okay, yeah. Sorry. No. 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 See? Don't listen to my voice. Look at. It's like the body language experts in the true crime shows. It's like. His mind is saying no, but his heart's saying let's go. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. Yes, you are a lady. I shall defend your honor while also telling people about the male moans. I'm sorry, that's swings and roundabouts. Jesus Christ, we're leveling up fast. Leveling up too fast? Post-level clarity. Okay, guys, try using something else, please. Yeah, I think you'll sail through until you get to Misty, honestly. Brock will cause you some trouble as Charmander, that's for sure. Most of those rock attacks will... But, yeah. Kakuna. Kakuna. You call Kakuna Kakuna. Alright, we'll have to move over and use someone else. What'd you do? I think Pidgey's good with the bugs as well. When you hear someone whistling the song, you gotta join in. Exactly, that's what it is. Except this time it's like a cacophony, a choir almost, of gasm. A choir gasm. Male and female moans. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Nice. Middle of America. That's right. Smack dab in the middle. She's hiding from the government. Because of the male moans. We've got an opportunity for you. I never heard of Teachy TV. What is that? A television set as tuned. He's got a portable television set as a kid. Lucky. That's cool. How about teach me how to battle? Teach me how to Dougie. I want to catch Pokemon. No. Alright. We don't have any of those illegal channels, unfortunately. Look at this. Yeah, I don't think I might have played Fire Red, actually. I don't remember all these extra animations. Bad. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah, the mountain time. I get confused at that one. Hell yeah. I'm just going to do a little bit of this, and we'll do a little bit of Resident Evil after. I know you guys probably already sick of seeing Resident Evil 9 already, right? That's the tough thing. I remember it was really prominent when Resident Evil 7 came out. Oh my god. It was like a whole bunch of us just making YouTube videos, and overnight there was like 6 or 7 of them. And then it was like 12 people playing it then. That's when it's popular. But getting... oh, here we go. I don't think yeah, okay. This is gonna hurt. I'm sorry, Pidgey! We don't have Peck yet. We have to wait till we get our Peck on. Yeah, many nights under the blankets with 17 accessories with my Game Boy. You get those rechargeable packs. Do you remember those as well? We were like little wizards. Alright, there we go. We got a few levels for our Pidgey. Good lad. Jeez. Music's changed a good bit for this version as well. super effective. Oh god. It's half 2 for you. I got that right. Yeah, see? It's crazy, right? And then for a mid, I'd say it's like half 9 now, is it?
That is correct. Well,
half 1. Did you have to check? Did you have to check? I just lost my allowance. See, we're actually stealing from kids. This is awesome. This game told me to make, you know, find all my fellow classmates and give them swirlies and steal their... Turn me to a bully. Yes. That's Friday. In fairness, like, you got your face knee-deep, or face-deep, in some taco right now. And you're also having your lunch, too. Am I going the right way? Help me, I'm lost in your forest. The forest of twine. Yeah, so in terms of that being like a anniversary, they've been doing this cool thing where they're showing off each Pokemon in a little 30th logo, and it's really nice, but I think that there was more effort put into that than that anniversary stream, you know? I suppose the 10th generation, those little pictures that went through was each generation, so that was kind of nice. Nice. We gotta get that pet, come on. It's just gonna harden until the sun comes home. Remember correctly, Kakuna gave you a lot of XP anyway. Just don't want to get Charmander too strong. Half 1 is half 2, no, right? Yeah, exactly. If you look at it, kind of weird shape.
half 1, half 2.
So none of you guys seem to be like that urgent to get me out of this box. Like please, it's a cry for help. Please, get me out of here, please, hello. I think you like to see me, huh? Who threw a rotten tomato at me? Please, don't feed the circus animals, please. You in here? Is that not a door? It's a door to me. I would just break in the window.
Oh.
Weedle. My name's Weedle, and here at the Big Brother house. Oh, I'm gonna hit it with the string shot. Oh god. The spraying string. Shooting string with my Weedle. Who else can we use?
Pikachu!
Oh, Kakuna actually joined the team, but we're gonna put them away, I swear. I swear. I didn't actually add that to my thing. I'm not even playing properly. I'm shifting. Yes, but I confused myself, yeah. So, no, I think you're just trying to be, you know, aloof. Oh, please don't poison me. Lord, suffer from Jesus, we almost got out of here without being poisoned. How could you? You know, ladies like to keep their mystery. I've noticed this. That includes whatever time zone they're in. I met some interesting people last night. I was just going through streams as you do, and they were playing this thing called Lockdown Protocol. Lockdown. Her name was Frodo Synthesis, but I think she's on the West Coast, so I'll probably never see her again. But they're really cool, really cool. She's like a teacher or something, and she's just playing with a whole lot of people. But she's a great name, Frodo Synthesis, and as you can imagine, she's super. Ow! What the hell was that? Super into Lord of the Rings. It's really cool. Every now and then I'll just click on random channels and just see, but yeah, very, very cool. Definitely Arcana humor, so. But yeah, being in the West Coast, like, oh fuck. Oh jeez. You're not gonna get us. Did it sound like that? Oh, not gonna get out of here alive. What's the hurry? Why the rush? Please, he's blocking me. Let me out. He's called Sammy. But can't you, Sammy?
Why, I oughta. You come here on the day of my daughter's wedding and use the same name. Could you?
I caught stream a few times. Couldn't figure out what times you usually stream, and that's why I'm asking. Hell yeah. I was gonna gift it a sub. Yeah, glad you got one. Hell yeah. Yeah, you're cool people. Poor Amid has always asked me to watch anime or talk about anime, and it just goes whoop, because I don't really watch too much of the new stuff, but Ember and her crew, like, my god, they know their anime. Oh, he learned Sand. Yeah, Sand Attack is good too. Oh, he grew to level 6. That's a lot of leveling. Come on, get Peck. Get that Peck. Oh. Oh, there we go, level 12. He's probably going to stop listening to me now. I always liked Charmeleon as well. He was right in the middle, and he was such a little shit, wasn't he?
Charmeleon. He's like, I ain't doing shit.
But isn't it kind of obvious? Or not obvious, but kind of on brand for if our Charmeleon stops listening to us. Right, level 4, Pidgey, you should be able to handle this yourself, right? Do you hear me? Get him with the sand attack, yes. Now you can't hit anything. No. The sticky icky icky. Ah, it's so nice to be playing this. I don't often get to play too many Pokemon games. I played some of them in the past, and I won't lie to you, it always kind of just fizzles out. Because, you know, like, you either have nostalgia for these things or you don't. And I've noticed a lot of, even, oh, you son of a gun. Even the new Pokemon, I find a lot of Ireland, UK, and a lot of Europe, I'm getting it harder and harder to find people that bother with Nintendo brands. And that's kind of sad, right? They're absolutely there, for sure. But I don't know how much they'd be on Twitch. And then, you know, they'd have their specific Nintendo people and streamers and YouTubers that they like, you know. But it's interesting. Like, I talk to people, they don't know what Metroid is, you know, or Fire Emblem. Now, in fairness, I've never really played Fire Emblem either, so it's all good. Sorry, Charmander's gonna have to suffer. You notice the skinny trees in the roadside? Skinny trees, what are you, a size queen or something? Many Pokemon live only in the forests and caves, need to be persistent and look everywhere. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I think there's not as many people playing as they used to. Why do some of them have red? Maybe the girls have red font? Right. Oh god. Don't you die on me. I got one antidote left. I don't remember them actually getting hit with it that much, but they're like, we're gonna teach you how to do this one way or another. So every time you use a potion, you get that little animation. I mean, it is cute the first time. Yeah, you spray that. You do that. You spray that. Yeah, you play some great games, and Ember's cool people. Jesus Christ, one of the coolest people I've met ever online. You know, it was fucking 10 years. My God. It's nice to meet like-minded people, and then, you know, kind of around the similar age, similar like memories and you know, nostalgia. Aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all bug catchers. Ooh, these guys always look like they wore little tank tops, you know. As people call them, white beaters. Little guys, nice. I wasted that Pokemon potion and antidote, but it's okay. So it's going to be weird if they're going to be teaching us about the little kids trading here, if we can't do that ourselves, right? It's nice to meet Cool Beans. Oh, you're the coolest of the beans. Sometimes you could trade in here as well, couldn't you? Let's see what this little chick has to say. Glad to meet you, so friendly of you. How about saying hi back? Come on, tell me about yourself. Love to hear your profile. Tell me something good about yourself. What's your profile? What's your profile, girl? What's this? Info. Profile's written using 4 words. I don't remember this. And sounds. Tell me something good about yourself. I am a Pokemon friend. You're fickle. Oh, dang, he's good. You didn't want to ask. I mean, trading Pokemon that kid there. 2 Pikachu, so I figured I might as well trade one. Oh. You want a Pikachu, so I'm trading my Clefairy. Damn, Clefairies are hard to get. What, Team Rocket's at Mount Moon, huh? I'm on the phone, scram, kid. And the little Jigglypuff. Jiggly. Oh. Oh, look at that. They made the song from the anime. Jigglypuff's Pokemon get drowsy. Drowsy? Let's go upstairs. Sometimes there used to be people upstairs. Hi, my name is Tila. This must be your first time up here. I'll show you how to wireless communication system. Maybe it still works. How would it work, you know? Used to have the link cable and everything. Swear to God, Pokemon got more money out of me than any other game combined. Jesus Christ. All the things I was buying. The direct current trade and battle Pokemon with your friends. The wireless adapters and connectors may still link up with GBA. Yeah, they were kind of showing more of the Game Boy Advance stuff, which is cute. I had the Game Boy Advance. I had the Game Boy Advance SP as well, the clamshell one. I still got it here somewhere with Pokemon Emerald sitting in it. Very nice. Ah, the beans. Let's see. It'd be nice to get one of the. Let's put you away. I'm gonna put you away. Nice to get one of the gyms done just for the first little session. This will be fun to mess around with, you know. Oh yeah. Because we did finish off Tainted Grail. 84 hours, not bad, right? Pretty good ending. We got a couple of the endings, and one of them was actually quite difficult, so that was good. I'm very, very pleased with that game. Nice to finish off a few before we start a few, right? Good stuff. Tonight, I love when you've got that perfect mix of games on the go where there's none that you're like, oh god, I don't really want to play this one today. You know that kind of way. So you got like Dark Souls 1 and Hades 2 going. Very nice. Now you got to pick a game as number 3. So you got like Dark Souls 1, Hades 2, something 3. Well, no, it's nice. It's a nice little mix. I didn't get to play Hades 2. I know poor old Mid was like, will you play it? Will you wear wigs? I'm like, what? Sure, yes, okay. You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challengers. Follow me. No. I used to hate when they would grab you like that. Do. A little bit of crackly on the MIDI there. I don't know if it's intentional or not. Unhand me, you brute. Oh yeah. Do. You have the right stuff, go take on Brock. I don't know if I want to. Brock is basically the Quagmire of Pokemon. Like, he would come on to Swoodwood if he could. Swoodwood, a little tree Pokemon. First game device was the original Game Boy. Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Yeah, we were on the Commodore Amiga before that. And then we were kind of Sega kids growing up. So I never had a Nintendo home system. But, that Christmas, good old Santa, I asked him for a Game Boy, and like the rest it's history. So for me, yeah, that was how I played most of the very early Nintendo stuff. It was Super Mario Brothers Deluxe Edition. So it was all nice in color. That's how I played Super Mario at the start, and the same with most of the Metroids as well. So it's kind of cool. But it also meant I missed out on a whole heap of original stuff that never made it over that way, I played some crazy stuff. The old Spider-Man games and Pitfall on Game Boy, and oh lord. Good stuff. Do. Yeah, the little trees in this one were just trees, right? You used the cut. And then freaking later on they became that Swoodwood, or I don't know if that's how you say his name, but anyway. Half the Pokemon pronunciations, I'm just going to say what I used to say as a kid, and they're going to sound a bit weird. Pokemon's an outsider, so it's finicky and hard to handle. Outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. It grows fast, but it may ignore unskilled trainers. Look at this little guy. I love Nidoran male. Nidoran, sit! No! Nidoran, tear up the whole house. Nino. I love their little teeth. That's why I like them. And yeah, Nidoking was insane. That Pokemon went way too hard. Really, absolutely have to. Oh, now he's taking me to the museum. So you got this guy taking me to Brock's, and the other guy taking me to the museum. You better stop. This is at the museum. The tourist place for Pewter City is really, really aggressive. Very, help me, Jesus. Alright, so, don't think we get like an old rod yet, do we? Nice. It's 50 for a child's ticket. I'm not a child, I'm 10-year-old out on the own. I ran away from home. So what we need now is we have to think of either a water Pokemon we get our hands on, or a decent grass one. We have some ones, like the Aerodactyl. Oh, so cool. I always loved the fossil stuff. They tried to keep that going, thank God, because it added that kind of paleontology to Pokemon. Who doesn't love dinosaurs, right? Some of them in some generations are a bit rough, obviously. I'm trying to think who is my favourite of the fossils. Yeah, Kabutops is very good. What was the one before that? Nice. Aerodactyl stood on his own for a while as well. I want a Pikachu, so cute. Then the unknown stuff started to get a bit goofy, didn't it? I like the idea, I love the mystery, and as you said, like Pokemon 3, it wasn't as good as Pokemon 2. I'm sorry, I do love Power of One, like the music, the characters, it was great. But Pokemon 3 is no slouch, and that one came, or at least for us over in EU over here, I think that was direct to VHS, but it was still great. I really love that weird kind of castle. It was very Ghibli, huh? There was something very Ghibli about Pokemon 3. 1969, humankind first set foot on the moon. Yeah, or at least somebody don't really think that's true. Not me. Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Fell, and then Moonstone. Moonstone? What's so special about it? Looks like an ordinary rock to me. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to keep pressing that button. That's hot. That's hot. Hit it with my fingers. Yeah, the Game Boy was a cracker. And then Game Boy Color, it was such a simple thing, But us little kids had that moment that everyone had in the 50s, right? With their TVs, moving over to Technicolor for the first time. That was us with our Game Boy Colors, like, wow. Ooh, ah. And I remember some of the other games, like technically Game Boy would have a sort of color. It was just that one thing, you know, it was like one little thing. So it's very funny. So that's what they did with these games. It's like everything just has the green filter and everyone has the blue filter. Just the town that had like the little Pokemon club, is like collectors club. They're all so snooty. I hated those. I mean, I'm trying to, like, I'm getting such a hit in nostalgia, man. It should be illegal, right? I'm just reopening old wounds. I'm like, oh, I hated those people. Shady old guys sucked me into buying this weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it costs $500. Well, today's your lucky day. I will buy that Magikarp off of you for $5. Come on. Poor Magikarp. Just because he uses Splash. Little do they know how amazing Gyarados is. I tell you, when I saw that red Gyarados in, what was it, the Lake of Rage in Gen 2, oh my god, it used to scare the crap out of me. But I loved it. We do like our strong Pokemon. Nice. Yeah, it's just, because you were a kid, like I went to see Pokemon 2000 in the cinema, right? You know, and then I didn't have the first one on VHS for ages. They was just so expensive. Same with like the Disney VHSs back then. Everyone was so expensive. So as a kid, like, it was not whether I had a choice between one or the other. It was whether you got anything at all, you know. I didn't really get pocket money myself. It was just very early, you know. We're talking like early to mid 90s. It just didn't happen, you know. And then when my younger sister came along, she got pocket money because that was, by then you were coming into the late and mid 90s. So they were like, everyone's getting pocket money. So I had missed out on that. So yeah, I was just saving up things like communion money. Like, trust me, if you know, growing up in Ireland, some people would still have some of their communion money to this day, right? Communion and confirmation, you'd get these little cards. It's a little Catholic religious thing. Very, very, all very fancy. You'd dress up in your best. You'd have this little badge and you'd go get communion. And it's all very, looking back, it's all very silly, of course, but sure, that's what it was, you know? They all took it very seriously, very, like, this was your communion with Jesus and God and all this, and like, oh, you have to like learn your prayers and you have to do all this stuff. It was like a dance. It was like a goddamn dance. It was crazy. Let's fill out the questionnaire. Oh god, combine 4 words, fill out the questionnaire, and let's see. Here we go. We're gonna do it. Let's see. Prices are too high. Let's see. Lifestyle. What is it? Oh, lifestyle. Okay. Allowance. We're just talking about it. It's kind of weird. Allowance. China base. All right. Let's see what we got here. Apologize. Oh god. Forgive. Goodbye. All right. Allowance a tiny bit. Apologize. Goodbye. Oh my god. This is so stupid. There you go. Thank you for taking time to fill out the questionnaire. Your feedback will be used for future reference. I hope so. That stuff ever do anything? Probably. That's good. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to think what we can do. Like, Pikachu's all but useless in this fight because rock and electric. Pidgey. I can't. Was some of the... I think actually he might have been actually kind of good, right? Let me think. This is where I'm trying to invoke my old memories of some of the stuff. Was the flying type moves good against rock? So you have to be careful because it's rock, ground, and stone and all that, right? So Onyx was like a whole different breed. This guy, I think if you go over there again, he leads you straight to the gym again, so we're not going to do that. If you dare put your hand on me one more time, I'll be very pleased. I think we can't get any type of water Pokemon until at least we get the old rod, right? Maybe we can find the guy who was selling it. We could buy a Magikarp, but they don't level up till Gyarados. Like, I don't know, 38 maybe, level 38 or something? It is. And by then, obviously, yeah. So that's not the play either. Now, you'd be surprised how far old Charizard will bring you. Let me see. Let's see if we can get a few skills for Pidgey before we do it. I'll get wrecked. But if you have Squirtle or Bulbasaur here, I know we were talking about how easy and the fire type will get you going, but if you blaze through and try and do Brock now. Do Brock. That just sounds wrong. But yeah, if you try, you're gonna get wrecked. Because once Onyx does like bind, it's over. Or Rock Tomb. Oh my god, it's over. Let's see, can we get Peck for Pidgey? Yes. the only one he gets for now, I think. Maybe. It's his only flying type move. Realistically, one of the best flying type moves. Even Fly itself was good. Ratatat. I think is maybe it's only the next generation, but I think Hyper Fang was a steel type move, right? Which is kind of crazy. Oh, it actually missed. Get wrecked. Nice. Oh. Yeah, that's something I didn't really show off the battles. I'm kind of hoping that some of the sneaky little things they announced. Yeah, I had so many questions about that little conference. They showed off Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which is technically Pokemon Coliseum 2, right? Am I getting that right? Is it Coliseum? Whoa, dude, I moved an inch. Level 20 Gyarados. Oh, really? That's not bad, actually. There you go. You got better memory than me. I thought it was like 38. Probably changed over the years a little bit, didn't it? Maybe. That's not that bad then if you think about it. Oh, getting hit with the crits. I'm telling. Dee 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 dee. Pidgey still is very squishy though, that's the only problem. I actually think this is probably a bad play because it doesn't rock moves actually destroy flying types as well. It's hard to know because as time went on they started to add the other elements in there. We also were treated very nicely to rearranging all of the old weaknesses and that. You still had your good old, you know, water and fire and grass, but other things started to slip in there and you're like, oh jeez. How important did the dragon type? I was hoping you'd do that. I was hoping you'd do that. Be-doop. No one likes that noise at all, right? Like, I remember falling asleep with that noise happening till the Game Boy would turn off from low battery. Be-doop, be-doop. Nice. Gotta take a risk for a basic. Come on, Peck. When do you learn Peck? Maybe he doesn't learn Peck. Nice. Seem longer because Magikarp. Yes! You're so right. You're so right. A level 15 that learned Tackle. It actually learned something? There you go, there's my memory. I thought it was Splash the whole way till Gyarados. It was horrible. As usual, the things like XP share, XP all. I remember when they first implemented that, I did turn it off, but then I caved in when I started to have to do the late game grinding and stuff. But yeah, so I was talking about that before. Gen 2 was the most time I spent grinding Pokemon. For whatever reason, whatever got inside me, I decided to make a whole team of level 100s, and this was classic old grinding. There was nothing else you could do, so it was just Mount Silver. I was going between Tangulas and Golbats and that. Oh my fucking god, and Gravelers. And would you believe, doing all that, I think I must have put well over 100 hours into just messing around with that. Not once did I get a shiny. Not once. I got a couple of shinies over there, very rare though, like playing them for, you know, nearly 30 years, I'd say. Probably not exactly, you know, we had to wait a good bit before we got a lot of things, you know, so I wouldn't say, just because it's the 30-year anniversary doesn't mean I was playing them that long. But, yeah, I'd say over the course of all those years and playing, I definitely fell out. I think XY was, well, I played that one for a bit and took a break, so I missed out on a couple. I didn't really play Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun and Moon. Didn't play, actually, it might have been Black and White 2 I dipped out. I didn't play Black and White 2. The first one was good though. I liked N and all that. That was kind of cool. And the castle. I do hope they remake those, but not in that chibi style. Damn, Pidgey, you must have very low accuracy. You son of a bitch. And then like those items that improved their stuff, I would just give them randomly. I never did all the EV training stuff. I think I only put that into Gen 2 or Gen 3 anyway, so nice. Let's see, played Gen 1 so much over and over, knew everything back to back. That's so cool. A few things I remember today. Yeah, clearly. You have better memory than I do. Good on you. That's nice. I like that. I do think it was a different breed. We were definitely invested in Nintendo. We didn't know it like that. It was like Pokemon equals Nintendo. Alright. Not giving me much XP either. Ironically, I think Kakuna would give you more. I'm sorry, maybe it's not a good idea. Who else could we get? What do you think yourself? Could I just go all the way with your boy? Even Pikachu would do decent. Obviously, his normal attacks would be bad. Wonder what level Kakuna evolves into Beedrill. You could get like Horn attack, but that wouldn't be very great either. Or you could get Caterpie. to Butterfree. I want to say that's like level 18 or something. And I don't think they'll listen to me at that point. I'm trying to think who would be good here. I think as a kid what I would do is just not really knowing what I'm doing too well. I would brute force the living piss out of Brock with Charmander. Charmander! Let's see. We could give it a shot. See, I don't use a lot of things, so I wouldn't use potion. I was caught a Caterpie evolved into... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how? Yeah, maybe it would. Put it into Metapod. Yeah. Yeah, because Pidgey, I think... The Peck, I can't remember if it was good. Maybe I'm wrong there. I think the Rock Throw and all that is really bad against them. What was it, level 11, is it? You think you'd get away with it? At least then, if we might have a poison powder or sleep powder from Butterfree, that might be good. Alright. I doubt you could kill this by yourself, could you? Go on! I honestly liked having Butterfree's sleep powder, and that it was really good for certain things. Yeah, jeez. Jesus! Poor little guy. Poor little guy. Yeah, well, mess around these two. Maybe it was the flying type moves were good against bug and grass. Maybe that was it. I swear there was something good against, because I used to rock wing attack for a good bit against a lot of Pokemon. Fly was always fun as well. Of course, you're gonna get poisoned, aren't you? Fly was fun, but when I started to run out of time and as I got older, I refused to do any moves that cost 2 goes. So I very rarely used Dig or Fly or any of that kind of stuff. And then any Pokemon that I was fighting that would use those moves just pissed me the hell off. Like, God damn it. Of course, now we won't get any Meaty. Nice, he gets to go first. We won't get any Kakunas now that we need them. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. This man doesn't have any skills. Look at that. It's crazy. That's just crack. No, it's speed out there. Jesus. Where is it? Let's see, who else will give us some good ones? Yeah, it looks pretty decent on the stream, I think. Maybe it's a little bit too bright. That's another thing with back in Switch games. A lot of them don't have brightness, so there's kind of a brightness already baked in on the Switch side of things. I'm very much about, I don't want to move or mess with any of my settings per console, you know. You'll be all day doing that kind of stuff. A lot of these OBS and all that, they don't like you duplicating things. Like you duplicate your camera too many times, it crashes. Duplicate your Elgato video capture, it will crash a couple times too. I'm like, fine, I won't mess with that. Doop, doop, doopy, doopy, doop. Come on, a couple of Kakunish. I'd say we could get pretty far. Weedle. Yeah, Beedrill is fun from just an ass whooping side of things, but it was like, what was it, the horn attack or the sting? Multiple little attacks, but yeah, it wouldn't get nearly as many of the status that Butterfree would get. I think most of Butterfree's stuff would come from the show almost. And then we would get all those moth characters later on. They haven't given us too many nice looking moths, but Butterfree's nice. He's kind of a mix of both, isn't he? Like there was that one called Dustox, I think it was called, and they decided let's give it actual moth eyes, which were scary looking. But it was actually quite, you know, if you do like your kaiju stuff, it did look like an actual. Nice. Come on, buddy. Come on. Nice. Time for the lurkies. Alright, you do your thing, let's just get your male moans on. I'll see you soon. You know what I can do? I can grab a few quick levels from the trainers before we get to Brock as well. Nice. You're gonna have this awkward situation where you got Caterpie into Metapod. You can do it. It'd be better if they were awarded more XP, depending on how much damage they did to their character. You think Caterpie can actually kill him here? Believe. Oh no, he gets to go twice first now. Okay, that's dull. Be-doop. Yeah, I can't remember what level it was. Could have been 14. Not sure. One of the levels anyway. I think Brock's Onyx is like level 10 or 12. I just don't want him to get to the point of not listening to, which is entirely possible. 12 when they stop listening to you. I think, yeah. We'll see if Charmander randomly goes like, these Charmander's moving around doing nothing. Be-doop. But yeah, here's the thing, like, if they do Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I'd be happy. But beyond that, I'm okay. Like, I don't need another emulator for Ruby and Sapphire. I think that game, I started to feel it a little bit. I'm like, okay. I still liked it for what it was, but I didn't fall in love with that one. Honestly, until they did Omega Ruby and I gave it another shot, I'm like, wow, and that's such a good remake. I know it adds a lot of things, but that's when I fell in love with them again. I was like, okay, it finally clicks. I liked Gen 4 more than Gen 3. It might have ironically been all the water or something, I don't know. I like the legendaries though, I really like Groudon and Kyogre. I think what it was as well, and no one wants to say it, but Gen 2 was peak with the movies and everything. Like, you had basically Pokemon 2 and Pokemon 3 as the movies, and they were always centered around. But this wasn't the same after that. Didn't really get as many movies centered around the other generations. I mean, they were there, but they all became like made for TV and that, didn't they? Look at this little dude. But yeah, I'd be very surprised why they're not making the remakes of any of the new games in the style of Omega Ruby. I think it's perfect. You got like a little bit of sprite, a little bit chibi, but also like quite realistic. They're so desperate to keep the sprite stuff. Just do what everyone else is doing. Keep the sprites the way they are like this. This is fine. And the remakes can look a bit different. You want to dream big, kid? You dare dream of becoming a Pokemon champ. This guy used to always drive me nuts. No trainer, but I can advise you on how to win. Let me take you on to the top. Alright, let's get happening. The first Pokemon out in the match list, Pokemon list. Changing the order of Pokemon, you may gain advantage. Try Pokemon order. Okay. And he always used to come over here and Gary had already beaten him. Winning trainers, Gary. Damn you, Gary. Damn you. I used to love the little, they got kind of a bit woof with them later on, but I used to love the little skills. Oh, there's only one exact trainer? I don't remember. Look at Brock.
Stop right there, kid. You're getting 10,000 light years from facing Brock.
How dare you? Charmander goes burr. He better go burr. If Ash and Anime Collab beat Onix with Pikachu's using sprinklers, right? You can do it with Charmander. Maybe don't use the sprinklers though. Yeah, we don't want a dead animal, okay? Oh my god. Did it. Was it the rock ones that are kind of weak against rocks, so you get like a Geodude to help you as well? I don't need to let you go in there. Look at this. Poor Charmander's just gonna have to take it in the face. Sorry, buddy. Oh, the defense curve will be here till Christmas. I remember using embers so much they would burn every now and then. That was helpful. It's not very effective. Uh-oh. It might not be effective, but it feels good. I was hoping there was more than one trainer in here. Shows what I remember. Oh. It's teetering on the edge. It's all you got, boy. See if I'm gonna kill him with a scratch just for funsies. 91 XP. Come on, Caterpie. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Charmander taking a bonk on the head for your nonsense. Nice. He's got another one. Oh, Sandshrew. I always loved Sandshrew and Sandslash. Love them so much. He's defensively curling up as well. Of course he is, but at least his makes sense. As much as we have like a running joke about armadillos. I love those little guys. Alright, we're gonna get wild. We're gonna bring out level 5 Caterpie to finish him off. Come on, Caterpie. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, tell him, Mom. Alright. You did a good job, but hey, how's it going, Dynamite, dude? Thank you so much. Thank you for the watch streak, dude. Happy Friday. Couldn't have used a defensive curl against Caterpie, could you not? Nice. We're doing it just to give him a little XP. It sounds ridiculous, but you won't get much from Sandshrew. There's more the Geodude, probably like 40 or something. Oh, 100. Wow. That's how you level them up. That was the old way before XP Share just did that all for you. I like the risk. Darn. This guy's talking science. Get out of here. He is a 220. It's pretty hot, but not as hot as Brock. Okay then. The child's confused. Hope you're doing well. We're going to play a little Resident Evil Requiem after this. You've probably seen most of it already, have you? I'm going to tell you, I literally clicked on, you know, when you open Twitch for the first time, you can scroll through it like TikTok between the streamers. Every single one of them was playing Resident Evil. I'm like, my goodness. But I think it's just that first big AAA of the year, right? I don't really agree with that. I've played many great games this year alone, you know? So that's just not me. But usually we would get a Resident Evil early in the year anyway. Like, if you go back, I think 2017, Resident Evil 7 came out like, was either like mid to late January or something. I remember that very specifically. I know it's only less than 10 years ago, but it's like ingrained in my brain. Make me go insane. Alright, keep pressing that button. Sorry. Nice. So we're playing a little bit of Pokemon Fire Red. I decided to do something different. You probably clicked on the stream like, what in the piss is this? What the piss is this? I tried to do something nice, you know. I've seen, you know, same as everyone else, you've seen countless Poketubers, as they call themselves. And they always have awesome little overlays and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I feel like it makes it part of it. And as Amid said, if you guys want me to name any of the Pokemon after yourself, or if it's your favorite Pokemon, don't be afraid, do that, you know. We'll have a nice playthrough. I mean, these early ones are fairly short in the grand scheme of things. Should I give Brock an attempt? There was an attempt made. Let's see, is there anywhere we can go, like, I would have sworn there was another place we could go, and I don't think so. Was the dude not selling? It was like one of the Team Rocket selling. Selling that Magikarp. I don't think that little guy lets you go there. But I do remember some of the rock working on some of the rock as well. Nice. Schmegs. Seen the first couple of hours? Nice. What do you think? Nice. I haven't seen too much of it, but honestly, even just from the perspective of like from 8, I have a soft spot for 8. I think it's a big mashup of everything. It's not even really a Resident Evil game. I like it for what it is. It's so weird and different, and I love those boss fights. I love the characters. And Lady Dimitrescu obviously gets first priority, but I think the rest of them are no slouches either. I think it was really good. And I think this one, I need to go into 9 playing it as if I'm playing 2 and 4, you know? That's the way I gotta look at it. Don't go into it think you're playing 7 and 8. Just don't. Don't do that. Because you'd be wrong. You're gonna expect this blockbuster based on other movies like 7 and 8 is. That's not what it is. This is meant to be sort of a tribute to Leon, you know? Nice. That's good. Very visceral. I like that. That's a great name. Gotta hope they come back one day. I suppose they kind of did with crafting and stuff. It didn't really work too well, did it? No, well. We're getting Radical back, you know? Which is cool. We're trying to get a few levels here. I'm not going to sit here and level up Caterpie the whole way. It's just not going to work. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, maybe Peck only worked on the bug types. Bump. We needed a stronger grass type, or get Caterpie up, or we needed I should have got a Caterpie and leveled them up this way, or we needed like any kind of a water type. No, so far none of these. I think Caterpie's. Oh, what's the? I don't think he even gets a grass type move, does he? He gets like poison powder. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me see, what's the grass type he gets? I don't think so. Can't think of anything. Baby. Probably if you had a little TM as well. Yeah, it's hard to avoid it. What you been up to as well? How's Fortnite? Anything cool coming up in Fortnite? Anything that could make me jump in? We played some Marathon yesterday, which is the new game from Bungie. So far so good. I looked at, as you do, like, because I type things on Twitter, and the tweet that I put out tends to mess with your algorithm. But people had kind of chatted about, and luckily, it's always good. Maybe we're all sheep, I don't know. Here we go, he's evolving. But it's always good to see people resonating with your thoughts on it. You know, I'm not trying to match up with theirs, and I don't want them matching up with mine, but we're having the same complaints, and it is that the UI and the menu system is dog water. And I'm so glad. I was like, phew, I just thought I was getting old. So they have a mix of D-pad usage and the Bungie Destiny cursor, which I never ever think works on console. You know, it's just stupid. So you hover over with the cursor, and then they want you to use the D-pad. It's, oh jeez. Anyway, that's not even the problem. The problem is how horrible it looks. You know, I hate to be that guy, but it just looks horrible. It's messy. There's boxes everywhere. It's meant to be like circuitry with what you call it. Can I just save it from there? Oh, that's great. It's meant to be circuitry like hacking and all that kind of stuff, and it's clever on the surface, but sadly, not so much. Alright. So yeah, this is what we're doing, and let's see, did I actually fit him in there? It did. He's just a little bit big. We'll make him a little bit smaller. Nice. So now we got Metapod. Metapod. I should move them as well. Okay, I won't let me move him for some reason. Is he broken? That's because I have this locked off. Okay, thank you, OBS. I hate when it does that. Beep boop beep boop 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 boop. Let me do it before. Can I move him? No. There's this thing where if it locks the group and then the group stays locked. And it's like, well, I didn't actually do that. Now it's going to try and move the group, yeah. Oh, whatever. Whatever. I love you, OBS. I truly do, but you're your own worst enemy on a good day. Basically what's happening is it's like you're locked, and you're locked within the group as well, so it's like they're not going to let you move it. Is he alright there? Nice. If I can get good at moving those and making those, it won't be so awkward. That's our little team. As we go on, we'll change them. Very simple. It's nothing got to do with me. People have been very, very great at making little sprites completely, you know, transparent. Oh, there we go. Let's fight one of these. So we got two. Both of them gonna use Harden against each other. Get him. No, nice. Let's just use Harden. It's basically, let's do it like the anime episode, right? Alright, Metapod, use Harden. Kakuna, use Harden. I think it was 2 Metapods though, wasn't it? Yeah. I probably would have killed him if I didn't mess around there, but it's all good. We did it for the funsies. Nice, yeah. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Lovely. There's just so many games to play. We finished off Tainted Grail last night. It's very, very fun. I was looking over and I'm like, oh god, it streamed till like midnight. I was so tired, but I was like, was I streaming it longer? And then when I split it out into its own part, it was only a 3-hour session. I had actually played 3 hours of Marathon, not realizing it. So that's pretty cool. And you know, in fact, we're like 2.5 hours into this. But we did watch the Pokemon Day reveals first, which is about 20 minutes. It's about half an hour. So there you go. You could knock a half an hour off it. Yeah. Nice. We'll get Metapod into Butterfree. Even if he gets like Sleep Powder or Poison Powder, that'll be huge. That'll be huge. So yeah, definitely Charmander makes it easy. But I would argue not at the start. Just at the very beginning. Especially if maybe you don't know what you're doing or you're messing around. Damn, poisoning a goddamn grass Pokemon. Or even a bug Pokemon. Oh, the humanity. What did I say? What did I do, Amid? You caught me. Caught me red-handed. What'd you do? Let's have a look here. I wish there was a way. I'll have to devise a way that I can bring the clip up myself. In a little box. I hate listening to myself. Little sprites. Completely. Transparent. Oh, there we go. Let's fight one of these. So we got 2. Both of them gonna use Harden against you. Ayo. Okay, now I see what you did. I see what you did there, sir. I'm hardening. I'm also hardening. Jesus. Oh god. Remember that little glitch? Look at it. Oh jeez. Yeah, it's fun to mess around with stuff every now and then. Nice to make a little goofy little overlay. Probably everyone and their granny has this. Damn, he lost that much. Probably gonna die now. Don't you die on me. He's gonna take a little bit of poison attack as well. You reckon level... What was it, level 10? Let's see. What the hell was that noise? Like by now, if you had Squirtle, he would be just using Bubble, and he'd still wipe the floor with Brock. And then little Bulbasaur, I think he'd have Razor Leaf by now. Maybe not. That might be the second level to it. Waka waka waka. Charmander's almost leveled up.
Metapod. Metapod.
There's such a good mix of characters, and I think like the English translation for the cartoon was so good. Like hearing Misty losing her crap over them two fighting Metapods and Brock, it had to work very well. You did a good job. Nice. You just don't stop listening. Did you get anything new? Metal Claw, yes. Metal. He lands. Well, no, Steel isn't in this game, right? It might be in this little remake. Metal Claw? For real? It is! So Steel, okay. See, I don't think I played this. I don't think I played this remake. Bad. I played the original. Steel didn't exist back then. Metapod fainted. I know that can muck up their like friendship and stuff. I'm sorry, little buddy. Actually, I'm playing this with a D-pad, which is nice. Also, bringing me back. Nice. Played Sons of, I have not played Sons of Sparta. I keep hearing conflicting reports about it. What do you think? Should I do it? There's 2 games on my list right now. I know I just did these 2. That's why I went pretty hard on Tainted Grail this week. I was hoping to do Tainted Grail and other stuff, but then I was like, look, if I don't take a chunk out of this game, I'll never finish it. And we did finish it. I didn't rush it either. But that last quest was very much like tribal politics. And it's like, oh no, this is what I like to call word soup, you know, like being in quicksand. Every single quest was just chatting. But no, it's still great. I actually found myself getting really involved with the quest, so I give it to them. It was a good rating. It was good. But I have High on Life 2 as well to play. But yeah, there's that game, Sons of Sparta I want to play, and Reanimal, you know. Poor old Ember, she's playing it and she wants kind of other people to play it so she can have a chat with it, the poor thing. Oh, see, if we had got a free Metapod, but we didn't meet one. Metapod, meet Metapod, meet Metapod. I would have saved us a bit of time, but I didn't meet one. Actually, he would have just been able to kill him. Anyway, I can't recommend it. I do like Metroidvania to begin with. Maybe you have some fun with it. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a shot if you want me to. Let's see. I'll definitely give it a shot. So this has some of the Gen 2 stuff in it. That's pretty cool. How much of it though? Does it have any of the Gen 2 Pokemon in it? Probably not. You got like Steel type and Fairy type later on. They do need some new types, that's for sure. I do think there's so much that's unexplored. I think the Dragon type was left extremely unexplored for a long time. Damn, he's got still better speed than you. He's probably going to insta-poison you.
Lord of mercy.
Nice. Shed Skin cures its poison. How come I didn't do that last time? What? He just had poison on him. Did he just learn the Shed Skin? That's another thing from Gen 2, right? He didn't really have any special abilities. I am Towerborn. Yeah. So Towerborn is Xbox owned, but they're releasing it on everything. Looks really good. I did play a little bit of it when it was in early access, but apparently it's changed a lot since then. So yeah, that could be cool. We could even something to play together, you know. If there's ever anything like that you think it'd be fun and you'd want to play co-op on stream or off stream, I don't mind. I'm completely down for that. That goes for anybody. I love playing games because there is a good few games like that, you know, that I'm like, okay. Like there's one coming out. It's sort of like 90s anime and a Daft Punk video, but it's done in the style of like Split Fiction and It Takes Two. So it can't be played alone. So I give the proposition to Ember to have a play with us. So we'll see. Could be something to do. Doopy doop, doopy doop. But yeah, Marathon, we'll see where that goes. I will play more of that. I will, even especially with this server slam stuff. It's something that I'll have to see. I'll have to see about buying it. I don't mind that it's 40, it's whatever. It's just I need to see if it actually is fun to me, you know. These games can make or break themselves. That UI and the loot system is a little bit Jenkins. That's like half it right there. I guess maybe there's a small chance of him using the shed skin ability afterwards, is it? Not sure. You think it would just work, huh? Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. If we get this guy into Butterfree, I think maybe when he evolves into Butterfree, he immediately will get like either poison powder or sleep powder. That should be nice. Finish him before you die. Good lad. Well done. Well done. Look at you go. That's my Metapod. Come fly with me. Technically our first evolution as well, but most of the easy ones. I will say some of the modern stuff didn't really grab me. Like I don't mind the regional variants, they're kind of okay, but they would do like regional variants plus color variants. It's like, oh, like there was a lot of flower Pokemon that had like 15 different types, and there was ones where it was in this morning, night, and all that kind of stuff, and then there was seasonal ones. It's okay for what it is, but Jesus Christ, it got to the point where I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I don't mind the shiny versions. I think that's something that's always survived, and it felt great, so I was okay with that. But yeah, some of the regional stuff, I was like, it's getting boring. It's the same way I feel about the megas. If that, maybe I could, I don't think there's anything that gives us good XP up here though. What was I saying? Fucking, I don't know. Oh yeah, shinies and that. Yeah, the mega evolutions, they don't stick around, so it's very annoying. Like, it's complete contrast to Digimon, where, yeah, Digimon has some ridiculous evolutions, like armored ones and all that, and it's like, geez, or the egg ones, it does get a bit ridiculous there too. But in terms of their megas and their ultimates, you can go back to baby version and go all the way to mega version whenever you want, you know? I really like that freedom. It's something that Pokemon didn't have. Like, I think we've all got into that situation where you're using an Everstone to stop the Pokemon from evolving because the animation was annoying, but then it couldn't hold any other items. So you really did get into these situations of like, you're starting to cut into the fun there a little bit. Poison still has an out of battle effect. Yeah, the old glitchy pixelization, which we all kind of low-key hated, right? It was a way of telling you you're doing something wrong, you're forgetting about this. I mean, these all came from, you know, learning from Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest and that, you know? It's nice to have it back, it's good. I feel like when I play a lot of the newer ones, it's even like we're talking about, you know, Sons of Sparta and Marathon, and you can see, even I'm doing it, I don't necessarily mean to, but you 100% go to what's wrong with these games first, and that's the same with the new Pokemon games as well. Jesus Christ. I was hoping I could kill you before you got into this. You will just harden till the sun. It'll harden and then it'll say like, can't harden anymore. And then your girlfriend's pissed. There he goes. Used to crack me up. Metal Claw, that's mad though. I think Metal Claw will actually I kind of want to go for it. Will I go for it? For Metapod. I think Metal Claw will kill Brock's team off, right? Metal is good against rock. I'm not sure. Sorry, when it gets into that stuff, I was never... like, when we got to the fairy... It's like, what the fuck is fairy good against? I was never good at that. Started to lose me way. So, even to this day, I still don't understand the dragon being good against ice and all that, or ice being weak against... strong against dragon. I never understood that part. You know, you had me perfectly with the fire elements and the water stuff. Every game does it differently. I played some series I hadn't played before. It was like the Trails in the Sky. And they're like, yeah, ice is good against wind, and wind is good against ice. I'm like, what? Who came up? What kind of crack was he smoking when he came up with that one? I don't know what that's all about. The icy winds. I could see them working with each other for an icy wind, but... Oh, wow. I'm a simple man. Fire and water. It's good enough for me. Come on, Metapod. What did you say? It was level 10? I'd say so. But yeah, growing up, like, geez, the immersion of having your own internet and checking out all these things you didn't even know existed, right? Being able to fight with Pokemon online. It was so cool. And then hearing rumors and tales of new things. So definitely a lot of great websites out there, like Cerebi.net. Oh my god. I still check in there from time to time. That was so good. I met a lot of cool people on there as well to do some battles. One website, no shade, I just didn't like it, was that, I think it's called Bulbapedia or something. Oh my lord, that thing is just garbanzo. Okay, how am I missing so much when this is meant to be affecting speed, not accuracy? Metapod just crooked-eyed or something, I don't know. Come on, buddy. All this for Shaggin' Caterpie. I think the only one when it gives decent XP here is probably Kakuna. Maybe a bit of Weedle.
Y'all want some Weedle, man? I got some Weedle. I won't smoke that Weedle.
Yeah, so many games coming up. A lot of them have shifted from March, mainly I think because of Crimson Desert. I think that's going to take over my life. So they kind of slowly, the other shoe finally slipped, and they've spoken about the story. They show off some of the characters, which is nice, but yeah, I think the story is going to be very linear. But I think it's going to be linear in the sense of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and even Skyrim to a sense, you know? Where it's like, oh yeah, the actual main quest is only like 5 or 6 big, you know? Nice. I play Pokemon so much, I'm confused with Nexomon, where Plant was effective against Wind. Oh yeah, that is weird as well. What the heck? Nice. Tell me I'm almost out of PP, but I have like 16 of them left. PP! Yes. So I ran out of PP. Don't ever run out of PP. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, Crimson Desert, I knew what I was getting into. Even from the get-go before they told me, I knew it started as an MMO. And not to be mean, MMOs can have good stories, but, you know, it's, like, based over, like, 5 years worth of content. Are you ever going to see the end? And you do. It's like I talk to people who play Final Fantasy 14 a lot. I'm like, I try and tell them, like, what's actually going on in the game? Because I love Final Fantasy for its crazy, like, huge, you know, branching paths and meta storyline, and they're like, okay, so basically, it's like, which one do you want to know? It's like Endbringer and Heaven's Sword and all this. Like, oh god. Yeah, it's kind of typical for an MMO where it's actually extremely confusing. So I would expect Crimson Deserts to be quite lightly sprinkled in there. As long as you've got a few story beats, good characters, and a good boss or a great evil, that's okay, you know? Like, I think the story's quite weak in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but you don't see anybody ever mentioning that too much now, do you? I don't want to be grinding. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's attempt Brock with this Metal Claw. I didn't know about that. So it's got a lot of features from Gen 2 put into it. I suppose probably Gen 3 as well. Genteel. We can do it. To the power of Mind Freak. Boop, 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 boop. Just to not keep you guys waiting the whole time. But at least, I mean, this has been so much fun. We're getting to chat about stuff. It doesn't matter if even if it's like funny, hear me out Pokemon. Like, why not, you know? And then we get to see like little trips down memory lane as well. I love that. That's so cool. That's exactly what I wanted out of playing Pokemon. Like, does people share the same memories? Like, I assume they do, right? No matter where you are in the world. Alright, Brock. You're going down, you little fish. I see you're using freaking hair dye as well. I knew it. So you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Peter Gym Leader. Rock hard willpower evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock hard. Okay, we get it, dude. You're overcompensating. You've got problems in the engine room. No tiny limp biscuit. True grit and determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. You're going to challenge me knowing you'll lose?
That's the traitor's order that compelled you to challenge me. Fine then.
Show me your best. Usually when they do the FW laugh, you know. It's kind of like an evil laugh. Alright, Leader Brock would like to battle. He sent out his dude. He's whipping his dude out. Okay, go. Okay, maybe I forgot to change over. Okay. Whoopsie. Hey, look. At least Metapod gets a little bit. A little taste. Oh, hell yes. Go, Charmander. And he straight away does defensive curl. Alright, for the little shits and giggles, I want to see if Metal Claw wrecks them. They might have put that in there. Steel type, go! Alright, so they've broken Charmander. There we go. That was not in the original game. That's such a cool animation. I love that. It's so comic book effect. Alright, he's just gonna completely annihilate. I was thinking that. What are you doing with a goddamn... with a steel attack? See how it does against Onyx. They must have known Charmander was rectified. And he would have to get it just around this time. Oh, he got better speed than me. Level 14. Let's go. Metal Claw. Super effective, but I think he does use a Hyper Potion on this, right? Nice. Come on. Let's go. Angel, what up, dude? How's it going? Oh, I must not have me effects over here. Damn. How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming over. I thought I did. Let me see. Where are you? Alert box. No, it's there. I don't know why it's not working. Weird. I'll look into it later. How's everybody doing? Welcome on in, Raiders. Appreciate it. You're playing a little bit of a little Pokemon today. How'd your stream go, Angel? Were you doing some Resident Evil? We're fighting Brock. Oh, there's the Rock Tomb. Will it kill Charmander? Oh, it did. Game over. Game over. And that's it. I don't think we were able to beat him right now. We chose Charmander, but God, he just annihilated us. Love the overlay. Yeah, it was just something nice for Pokemon. Something different. Played Requiem. It's so intense. Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I think we're screwed now. We're going to have to go back. Sorry, I told you he was going to use Rock Tomb. That's lethal dangerous. Nice. So yeah, this is the Fire Red they released on the Switch. I know you can just play it with a ROM. It's very greedy of them, but sure, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. My God. That Rock Tomb is a killer. Yeah, I have Resident Evil ready to go, so we'll be playing that a little bit later. It was nice to mess around there. How's the dog owner doing today? Appreciate you coming in, and thank you for the follow autograph Zero. How you doing? You do. So you're happy with it? Nice. I was wondering, would you jump in like straight away day one or not? So I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see it. Lovely. Nice. So yeah, we were trying out a little bit of Charmander there. Charmander. Look at this. Previously on your quest. This is so cool. I don't remember any of that. Look at that. Nice. That's so cool. I do not remember all that happening. You added such nice little things to the game. I love it. Let's see here. What else could we do? Could try it again and hope that we don't get one-shotted by the Rock Tomb, maybe? Why not? Dude, that emote is crazy. I love it. Spinning around. You guys are having a good Friday? Ready for the weekend? Get freaky for the weekend. Alright, Mr. Brock. You should be off chasing Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. I think it's just one of those things. You can see that even when he hit me with Rock Tomb, it wasn't actually a critical hit. It's just game over. Charmander won't give up. He won't do it. Look at that. Now that's what you call a critical hit. Use defensive curl. It won't help you here. That's where they raised the levels, right? I could have sworn they were all... I think Onyx was level 12 in the original, was he? Now level 14. Nice. My attack is just only rising. Hopefully that means by the time we get to Onyx, we'll do like half of his health damage. Let's see. Go on. Look at that big oversized turd. Come here. Oh, he got one in there. Gonna lose his little damage as I can before he gets a Rock Tomb in there. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Didn't raise his health that time. Ooh. Come on. Oh, one more. Can he do it? Is he going to use Rock Tomb? He used Tackle. What a foolish thing to do. He's going to use Metal Claw. Can he do it? Will it finish him off? Yes, I did. I did a crit. Finally. Awesome. You have failed. If he just used Rock Tomb one time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Orange Jesus. Nice to meet you. Well done. And so our first gym is down in an electric battle. A Metal Claw kind of did it. I took you for granted, so I lost. In proof of your victory, I confer to you this official Pokemon League Boulder Badge.
I received the Boulder Badge.
Now we got the over-the-shoulder boulder holders. Jeez, nice. We got lucky there. That's what I said. I was going to go, like, get a few more levels, get a Butterfree, but it's like, no. You know what? RNG also enables the use of the move Flash. Of course, you can use Flash outside now. Very nice. 1,400 big ones. We're going to spend it all in Vegas. Wait, take this with you. Received TM39. Thank you. That was fun. See, that's what makes Pokemon so much fun. You're getting one shot, you come back, and it gives us Rock Tomb. How dare you? But doesn't it have a thing, yeah, lower speed? But doesn't it has like a problem if it misses or something? Thanks, Brock. All kinds of trainers in this huge world of ours. You appear to be very gifted as a Pokemon trainer. So let me make a suggestion. Go to the gym in Cerulean and test your abilities. No! I'm gonna go home and cry. One thing about that, just as I thought, your Pokemon champ material, thanks. Now our name goes in the Hall of Winners, Gary and Shivery. Yes, we did it! I'm so proud of myself! Oh my god! Now we won't be annoyed by that little kid. Nicely done. Yeah, the Metal Claw, like, that's added. So this is Fire Green, which was one of the first little remakes of the first gen, if you remember. But it seems to have, like, I don't have as much memories from this one. And I have more memories of Soul Silver, but I played the OG one, so I think at that age I was like, I can't afford even these remakes. Nice.
Derby, derby.
Soul Silver was the shit. It's that Lugia, man. Alright, cool. I wanted to do the first little gym and mess around. We've got our little overlay going. We have all our little Pokemon up the top. We'll try and keep that going unless I forget. I suppose it doesn't matter what order they're in at the meantime unless I change it. But we will change it in terms of, you know, who gets switched out or who gets evolved and all that, alright? That's pretty good. It's nice to have Pokemon back. Thank you so much for hanging out for this. We're going to move over and do a little Resident Evil. I know you've probably seen a lot of it. Everybody's playing it. Everyone and their granny. Pretty good. What's interesting now is they've been talking about, you know, the style of it and some of the features it's got as well. Like, they might be utilizing some PlayStation stuff for a change, am I right? Alright, cool. Speaking of change, we'll move over away from this. Goodbye, Pokemon overlay.